Pardon me, would you have any
cream?
But of course.
Grey Poupon. It even has cream.
Hello everyone, I'm Scott, president of Domino's Pizza. Have you heard of Hatsune Miku?
Get a rope.
How do you get shirts so clean, Mr. Lee?
Ancient Chinese secret.
My husband, some
Pure athlete, yeah.
Here's his ancient Chinese secret.
Cream.
Folks, I work with lots of people who wear dentures and smoke.
Mommy, how long will Charlie live?
1 second.
I like the Whopper the way it was. Food.
The new Whopper has more beef than ever.
With luscious taste and a foamy trait.
Dunkin' Hines Yellow rises to great heights of moistness.
This is the day of great taste.
Deluxious.
This is the day of great moistness.
This deluxe yellow rises above the rest.
Mmm, moisture. Haven't you ever tried it?
No. Is it soft?
Squeeze it.
Ooh, it is soft.
And help take a bite out of
Cream, yeah.
It still tastes good like a cigarette should.
Yo. How you guys doing this fine evening? Oh man. Manifesting the winter time and cold temperatures out here. Beta game is 2911, thanks to Big Prime. 27 minus 10. Big Hungry versus Big Tummy Hoyt, yeah. Nurgle versus Ogre. We'll see how it ends up. Be a good one. They ain't sick though, and that's the whole point. They pray for no ills. They pray for no ills, but they spread them. They feel no pain or sickness, you know. So fucking big true mech rat. Hey. How you guys feel about playing some Age of Sigmar today? I feel like playing the game you just lost. Also there's Magique the Gathering. Our brand new Burger King DraftKings set came out. 17 more on the way for sure. This one is it's Sanic. It's Sanic the Hedgehog. And damn, the first card I saw from the reveal was Shadow the Hedgehog. And that guy looking kind of spicy for a CEDH anyway. Whenever another creature dies with flash or haste, draw a card for free. Mass Hysteria, anyone? And then Chaos Control, each spell you cast has split second if the mana was from an artifact. That's deeply concerning. That's really good. And I'm like, oh damn, I wonder how cool Sonic is gonna be. And his card fucking sucks. Dude, Sonic is trash. My man doesn't even have first strike. He's okay, you know, you have to give him haste, right? Because he's fast, but damn. Doesn't even tie in the max speed mechanic from Aether Drift. That would have been cool. Maybe he starts out at max speed for a funny little thing. Maybe he's got flash and first strike. Nope. Puts counters on your creatures, and you know, there's a funny like reference to the game that I do appreciate. It's kind of cute on his card. Whenever a creature you control with flash or haste is dealt damage, create a tapped treasure token. That's funny, because to me that's the rules text simulating him being hit by an enemy and the rings fly out. So like, that's cute, but the card's terrible. Yeah, super haste, rocket powered turbo slug, but real taxi 2 stock, yeah. What was the mechanic of that? It was something like this creature can attack the turn before you play it, or something like that, I believe. So you put him into the red zone, and the next turn you have to play him, or you lose the game or something like that. Like a pact effect. It would have been a good time to put it out. Tails sucks. Amy Rogue. Amy Rouge. Knuckles the Enchilada. Dr. Eggman's kind of good. He draws a card every turn. Kind of nice. The other stuff he does is terrible, but you know, drawing a card every turn is kind of nice.
Relaxing. Kind of invigorating. Everybody doesn't appreciate it like we connoisseurs do.
Oh. Persuasive Wink. Hey, thanks for the big 5. Appreciate it. For the grip. These are the 5 tier 1s. They landed on some chatters too, not bad. Thanks for the support. Landed on Bard, he got sniped. Taxi 2-stock got sniped. Big typers. I have a prediction that the foil Spanish version of Shadow the Hedgehog will be worth more than the English version for once. Because of the memes, you know. I love Latinas, Sonic. Oh yeah, and then they came out with this shit. Super State, aka Supersonic. This thing's really good. I'm gonna put this in one of my commander decks. Supersonic-oo. Supa no Sonic-oo. The legendary enchantment, Aura for 7. Base power and toughness 9, flying, first strike, trample, haste. Whenever an enchanted creature deals combat damage to an opponent, it deals that much damage to each other opponent. It's kind of good in, like, you know, in lower power, good old boy kind of commander pods. That shit's hot. Also, I believe it's the second colorless aura after Eldrazi Conscription, and it is way better than Eldrazi Conscription, and it costs 3 less, but then again, time marches on. As does Power Creep. I'm putting this shit in 6 for sure, because in 6 you can retrace the aura if the creature dies, you know, just in case. I might even put it in something else, depending. Card's funny. Just kill people, right? Sometimes you gotta, like, move the game along. Right. And then there's a bunch of turbo gear that are not unique cards. I'm sad to see the Reaver Cleaver finally get special treatment, but it's a fucking cartoon, so I can't play with it. Disappointed about that one. I've been waiting for the Reaver Cleaver to get some cool secret lair for a while. Unfortunately, it's Knuckles the Enchilada. From the Sega Genesis. A little too cartoony, it doesn't quite fit the theme of the rest of the special cards in my deck. Dude, the Soul Ring, though? Soul Ring's kind of nice. Dude, I like the Soul Ring. I might pick up one of those. I might pick one of those up. And of course, the Sonic. Dude, the Sonic 3D Blast or whatever awful game. Treasure Token Ring, that's sort of funny. Might use it. Anyway, this has been your something like bi-monthly update of the Burger King draft, DraftKings IP secret lairs. Shadow the Hedgehog seems kind of cool for CEDH, but he might require too much babying to set up and work right in that format. Super State goes in every casual Timmy deck, and it'll have fun there. And that's it. Great work. Great work and good job. Did you walk around the whole ass city? Any cute Sonic Mania references? No, there was no... Oh wait, Sonic Mania. I thought you're... I don't know why, I'm old. I'm thinking Chaotix. I'm like, no, there wasn't the frog guy or the big cat. Or something, or not the frog guy, the Croco guy. I don't know what his name is. A viper? No, that's a snake. I don't know. Oh, vector. Yeah, that's it. Croconar. Yeah. Sun Adventure. Should have thought to walk around the whole city. Genius. Anyway, looking forward to it. And I'm looking forward to the space set too, even though I don't think I've seen any good cards yet. The Tezzeret for 3 looks very... He's like technically strong because he's colorless and only costs 3 for a Planeswalker. Some of his loyalty abilities feel like at the last minute they got a little afraid that he would be too good and toned him down a bit. Which is fine, I don't play standard, so I don't really care. Maybe he'll find a home somewhere. And they did something with vehicles, which I don't care about. Half expected Sonic Chili Dog food tokens. Missed opportunity, truly. Yeah. Yeah, they did do a Robotnik. He's Grixis and draws a card at the end of your turn. He's a 3/6 flyer for 5. But he does stuff with vehicles and constructs and things like that, which are not great. But maybe people like them. I don't know. Maybe people like vehicles in non-blue, non-white. It does make sense that he deals with robots and constructs and stuff. That's what he is, right? So, ahem. People like him in standard at one point. The copter, the Thopter. You can play Magic, so every time they talk Commander, you hear them go, "Yeah, they made Shadow a character. He's a Bo Horvat," and it's very funny. Sometimes I don't know what somebody's talking about either, but it's clear that they are passionate about it. And sometimes that's enough for me. I don't know if you feel that way, but sometimes that's all I need. Passion is pretty based. All right. Alright, it's time to... Let's just get on with it. We haven't been yapping too much, but there hasn't been very much to yap about. Besides the state of the world and the New York mayoral race that I can't escape from because Twitter keeps telling me about it. And a bunch of other stuff, but who cares about that shit? It's time to play with toy soldiers. That's what you're here for. You know? What do you think of the new KO? I went over it last time for the new KO, but long story short, I basically don't like them, but it's good that they got something. I don't like the sculpts of them. I thought they should have been much different.
Good job, King.
But hey, alright. And the diving suit guy is cool, but he sounds like too much of a silver bullet. I wish the whole squad were diving suit guys. I think that aesthetic is cool. Like a bunch of big daddies as units in KO. Like big, you know, melee, drill bill kind of big daddy guys from Bioshock. I thought that would have been cool. It turned out it's just a hero instead of a squad, so yeah. And it's like alternative kind of cheapo melee Arcanaut looking guys, which I'm not too in on. Like, you already got melee guys. I don't know. It's nice that they get more troop choices, because that's what the army needed. Archie the Brewer, thanks for the tier 111. Who would win, a whole tribe of carnivore diet bodybuilders or some sickly boys? Guess we'll see. Good luck. Yeah. I'm interested to see what happened with Nurgle in the GHB. Things play a lot different in the new GHB. And armies are flying all over the place as far as how good they are. And we're going to discover it together. I mean, we're going to discover how good they are against ogres, I guess, in general, but also it's good to see how their mechanics are doing in this era. Anyway, let's bring him in. Chorf Enjoyer on Discord. Chorf Enjoya on Discord. Let me. Oh, by the way, I'm about to enter a chat channel, so headphone users. Chorf Enthusiast.
Yo.
How you doing this fine evening?
What is up?
I got a whole bunch of documents to open and character sheets and lists and everything, but we're moving towards it. I'll have TTS up in a second. Soon I won't even need all these reference sheets.
Game open already?
No. I'm way slower than that. We take our time here. All right, Tabletop Simulacrum. Opening it up. Taxi 2 Stock in chat says that Nurgle is probably the third most interesting AoS army to them. Interesting. Alright, the game is called HeyWoah_big. And the password, as always, is big. All lowercase, no spaces. Don't tell anyone. Move over to game screen here so people can see something. Certainly more interesting than 40 DG too, at least. New DG seem awesome coming from a Nurgle player. Probably your favorite of the God Legions. Okay. Just reading some chat here. There it is, the germ of an appropriate name for Nurgle. Let's grab the ogre dice. Custom dice has been set. Let's see. We are on what, number 4, I think. Cycle shifts. Yeah, we're on number 4. I'm just doing them all in order, the battle plans.
Cyclic shifts, alright.
And so I've played 3 of these so far, and this will be the 4th. Twist, if you're the underdog, you can use the unpredictable evolution ability. Pick a pair of objectives to be the targets. The target objectives are no longer controlled by either player, if they were, and they cannot be controlled this battle round. I would guess that you can still contest them for abilities that care about contesting, but control probably not. And so the underdog gets to essentially shut off points, maybe. So that's the
underdog is really strong on this one.
Yeah, this sounds pretty strong. But hey, all right, and there's 4 places of power, and it's in a slash across the middle there. And it seems like these 2 here, unless that's blue, I don't know if my color blindness, this looks like more of a maroon than a pairing of this blue over here. So these 2 must be
the 2
not a pair.
Far ones are the unique ones. So
Yeah.
only the middle 4 can be turned off.
Yeah, and it has to be a pair, so either both green or both red. And then aside from that, it's 5-3-2, 1-2 more. Classic stuff, okay?
Yeah, not too complicated.
Deployment zones 4. And cyclic shifts. Place All right, we got some train all set up. This is my favorite part of playing on TTS because those 2 buttons I just clicked take like 10 minutes in real fucking life.
Absolutely.
And it's just instant. You love to see it. Speaking of love to see it, kind of army you got over here? Let's talk it through them.
Boys, the stinky boys.
Some big stinky boys.
So I've got unit of 5 kings here, reinforced unit of kings, and a reinforced unit of plague bearers. Plague bearers, bad save, but whole army has a 5-up ward. They're 2 wounds apiece, so this is just a bucket of wounds.
Yeah, just beef.
Blight kings have a ton of attacks. They're 4 attacks each. 3s, 1 rend, 1 damage. 3-up save and 3 wounds apiece. So these are the grinders. They can actually do some damage.
3-up save and a 5-up ward, and not only can they do some damage, they can take it as well.
And then we got the bigs.
These bigs.
New Rodigus is really interesting.
Oh, I wanted to see how New Rodigus ended up. Good.
Yeah, he's like a purple sun now. So he's got a 6-inch aura of -1 to save.
Yeah, he's holding the actual Wither Stave the old artifact used to have.
Yeah, exactly.
It's sweet.
But he has a spell on his War Scroll that increases that range by 3. So I usually try to get it around 9 or 12, and then it just exponentially increases that
Cool.
aura.
All right, I like him. Is he
Other
a
than that,
double
he's a
caster?
double caster
Yeah,
with-
okay.
Yeah, double caster, +1 to cast. And he's okay in combat, but like most of Nurgle, he's just got a lot of wounds, 5-up ward. Orgots is like one of the only melee slappers in the army. He's got 14 health, 3-up save, 5-up ward like everything else, and he can do some damage. That's pretty much all he does. Blobe is similar, does less damage, but he's got a 4-up save. And he's a caster, just 1 cast. He's got a decent shooting attack, 7 attacks, I think 2 rend on that.
Nice. What's the range?
1 rend, but it's shooting combat, 7-inch range.
I should have guessed.
Yeah, the funny number. Sloppity. He's got his main gimmick is the gut pipes. So, start of combat, I pick a Nurgle demon unit, usually going to be Rodigus or Plague Bearers, and I can make them -1 to hit, to be hit.
Ooh, slippity sloppity, get off my property.
So it's either going to be that one, or I can make a Nurgle unit ignore wards. So you might see me put that on Rodigus in a situation. I'm not sure. Ogres lost their wards unless you get a prayer off, didn't they?
Yeah. We lost our wards unless we get several prayers off and then get a double prayer while standing next to terrain.
Oh, that's so rough.
We basically lost our wards. It's not worth jumping through all those hoops. But that -1 to hit, that sounds brutal. 20 Plague Bearers at -1 to hit. I could probably attack those all game and not kill them.
Yeah, they are tough to lift.
Well, good though. Like,
especially with the -1 to hit up.
I hope it's true because Anvil was something that was almost entirely missing from 4th edition up till now, and it is a useful, I feel like it should be a part of the game. So, and then you got the cool
Harbinger's
Death
actually
Dealer
not
man.
in this list,
What was that?
unfortunately. But Sloppity has one of the new artifacts that lets him become a priest.
Nice.
So I get access to those new prayers that Nurgle got.
Now, is he a wizard too or no?
Nope, he's not a wizard.
Okay.
He's just a priest from the artifact.
Oh, but your new prayers are like great, if I recall.
Yeah, they're actually pretty good. So I've got a 18-inch mortal wound shot. I roll 7 dice. 5 ups are mortal wounds.
Okay.
And if I get it on a 6, it's 3 base. If I get a 6, it's 3 ups are mortal wounds. 7 dice.
If you get a 6.
That's one of them.
You mean when you're praying? Like the double pray thing?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay. And then what do the Narwhals do now?
They're pretty not. Well, some lists like play around them a lot because I can pick a unit within 6, and on a 4-up they get disease.
Oh, okay.
But you have to be within 6 of it, and a lot of times I don't even place it because it's just another charge target.
Yeah, makes sense.
All
right, this army
do you know
looks...
how the disease mechanic works?
I know how it used to work. Does it still?
It's so much more simple.
Yeah, it's no longer you get a certain amount of disease tokens, max of 7, end of turn, roll a bunch of dice every 4-up. You either take a mortal wound or less than 4, it stays.
So how it works now is at the end of every turn, including yours, I pick an enemy unit in combat with a Nurgle unit, and they just become diseased.
Okay.
And then after that, I can roll for every unit that's diseased on the board. On a 2-up D3, they take that many mortal wounds. On a 1, nothing happens. On a 2, nothing happens.
Okay. And if they take the damage, does disease go away or does it stay?
The disease stays until you heal. And if you do any kind of healing ability, the healing ability is negated and the disease gets pulled off.
Oh, that's a lot simpler, and actually, I think I like it better overall.
Oh, it's the previous version was so much bookkeeping.
Yeah, it was like playing an Inquisitor, just so many different roles. Cool. All right, this sounds like a good army, and it looks sweet, and I might just bounce the fuck off of it. But that will be nothing new after the KO game. Let's bring in the meat dimension. These are Gutbusters. Out of my element here. I keep swapping back and forth. I'm trying to try everything in Ogres. Last time it was all the monster trucks, and now it's mostly all the Gutbusters, except we got Kragnos here.
Craggy.
Kragnos for 3d6 charges in an aura around him. I got a Slaughtermaster here to stand in the pot and try and fail to summon the Kronspine. The Maw Pit is one of the terrain features in the game that's actually good. A rarity.
Yeah, so many mortal wounds.
Yeah, I don't know if you've seen it before, if you were watching the other games, but it does 3 orbital lasers, 18-inch range, and does D3s to stuff. And that's each hero phase, not just mine. And then we got 4 Iron Guts, and then 4 Iron Guts, and then 6 Gluttons, and then 6 Gluttons, and the new Iron Blaster, and a Butcher, who has projecting an aura of Run and Charge around him, which is Holy 12. And then that's the list.
Double fighties on the Iron Guts.
Yeah, they do the double fight, but the second one's fight last as per the usual. Everything has a 5-up save, basically, except Kragnos. Although his new War Scroll, he used to be on a 2-up natty. I believe it's slightly worse this edition. It's a 4-up, yeah. But remember when I talked about wards, I lied. Apparently, yeah, he's got a 5-up ward, so I do have a thing with a ward in here. Other things of note, I've chosen the +1 to cast subfaction, where your Butcher keywords, they just get +1 to cast. That's it, no frills. And the battle tactics are Restless and Wrathful.
Mine are Master the Paths and Restless.
And Restless Energy is the objective control one. Wrathful is some underdog goofiness and also some objective control stuff. And then yours is Master the Paths. Which one was this? Enemy hero has been destroyed. Complete at the end of your turn if they're more friendly units and neutral than enemy. And you complete the battle tactic if at least 3 different friendly units are each wholly within 9 of a different corner of the battlefield.
Probably not getting those third ones, but
probably won't happen, but it's fine. The third ones are like humongous win more in my experience, or normal tournament player thing. One of the two. The butcher has.
My spell lore was the machineries.
The machineries, okay.
Mostly for cogs.
Yeah, for cogs. The butcher's artifact, or rather not artifact, but he gives +1 to hit against heroes and monsters for ogres wholly within 12 of him. And within 6 inches of him, -1 ward rolls. And it's just an aura. So alright,
Good tech.
This is the fastest we're ever going to start a game. Good luck. I'm going to roll the d6 here. I got a 1. So you probably deliver first. Oh, I'm 3 drops, exactly 2,000 points.
I am 1, 2, 3, 4 drops.
Oh, no.
So this roll will not matter, but let's roll it anyways.
Hey, all right.
So I'll let you drop first.
All right, I'll do terrain.
I will not be placing my tree.
All right, Maw Pit's down. And then you said that I deploy first, so we'll do Slaughtermaster, put him right next to the pot. And he comes with 2 Gluttons. All right, these guys are down.
It's a drop.
Not gluten? What do you mean in chat? There's a lot of gluten on this table. I don't know what you're talking about. Both sides.
Let's see. You've just got the crag drop left. Oh, no.
Yeah, I'm 3 drop. So I got a butcher and the iron guts, and then crag and the iron blaster. These are the drops. This thing goes over here. The big boy.
Drop the big boy. So I basically have all the infantry in his regiment. See how I want to do this.
Iron Guts get the 6-up ward, you just need to waste 140 points on a Tyrant. That's true. I didn't have the points to spare. Alright, 5 bigs over there. The line of 20.
The wall of stank.
Call it the wall of Festeros.
I believe that is my first drop.
All right. Butcher here. So much beef. All right, there's the Butcher and 2 Iron Guts.
The guts. All right. Sloppity. Hope he's gonna hang out with his friendos.
Mm-hmm. And he's alone, right? So
he's alone. That's one.
Let's see. I'm gonna put him. Crag there. And a lone Iron Blaster. You got this, dude, right in the middle, front row center. Dude, you got this. Iron Blaster. Simply kill 48 wounds plus, I don't know, just kill 60 wounds worth of guys. Easy. Easy game. All right, my drops are done.
Drops are done. All right. Place these final bigs. Let's see. Put Gots over here.
And Orgots is the fighter, and Blowab is the kind of fighter, spitter, caster.
He's a wizard as well, and he has a -1 to hit on a dice roll.
Okay.
He'll be hanging out with the kings. Let's put him here. What's the range on the
Iron Blaster is 18-inch shot, but also it moves 9, so the reach is quite long.
Okay, so yeah, he's gonna shoot what he wants to shoot as long as there's not
obscuring, yeah, or stuff in the way or whatever. Other ranges of note. Everybody moves 6, except Iron Blaster, who moves 9, and Kragnos, who I think moves 10. He does. Haven't played him this edition. And so those are the movements. Blaster's the only guy who shoots. Yeah, I think that's all the... Oh, and the Maw Pit thing is 18-inch range.
Okay.
As long as a Butcher... as long as a guy is on top of it. If it's not, it's down to 12.
Gotcha.
But it doesn't need line of sight.
It's like trimmers.
Yeah, they're dumb, but they act smart. On account of the heat radiation. Who shall go first? Well, the underdog is pretty brutal in this map. So there is that. One of my eventual battle tactics requires that I be the underdog. Do you have the same one? I think you do. No, you have Restless. Okay. Not really going for double turn into damage here. I don't think that'll work very well. You know what? I'll go first. I always make everybody else go first or let them outdrop me. But this time I'll choose to go first. Anyway, good game. See how things shake out. Yep. Shake in the middle. All right.
Good luck to you.
Let's get some command points and hero phase stuff. First things first. I'm going to try to cast a spell with the Slaughtermaster. It is the Crond Spine. Oh, actually, the first thing I do is the special game action of standing on top of the pit, manning the pizza pit. Do I have to... Hold on. If I have to do that at the start, I would rather not, because then I would still be out of unbind range. Let me just check my own rules here. No, it's your hero phase. It's not start of hero phase. Okay, so he'll try to summon Crown Spine before he gets on it. And he'll roll a 6, which is +1 is a 7, which fails. And then he'll get on the pizza pit. Now that we got that out of the way, Butcher is gonna cast potentially some damage stuff. Yeah, we'll cast Blood Feast. Trying on a 7. It's +1 attack characteristic of melee weapons. I got 8, +1 is 9. And he is within unbind range.
Even in range to unbind.
Yeah, I should be 27.
Where's the butcher?
Right here.
Okay. Roll some dice.
Easy game, easy life.
Simply roll 6.
All right, the meat magic falls through his fingertips like sand through the hourglass. I don't have any prayers. I don't have anything else to do. You got any off-turn casting, off-turn praying?
I'm gonna pray for +2 move from the Plague Bearer.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll put me at 3 command points. 5 points. All right. I'm going to bank those.
Juicing them? All right. This is so cool. You've known of TTS for a while, but you've never seen a match or looked into it. Spend most of your hobby time on painting. Yeah, this thing, it kind of, like, it existed, and then it rose to prominence during COVID, so people could still play the game. And it's just really nice for trying before you buy, or playing if you don't want to go outside because you're a hermit who lives in a wizard tower, or testing. Like, it's good for all that. I don't think it quite beats the real thing. There's something special about moving your own guys around that you have painted, you know. But it's a good resource for sure. All right, hero phase over. Time to move. Let's see. Let's stand on the red one. How about? And are you a Fire Slayer's army? Your move is just 4, unless prayer.
So yeah, all the infantry is move 4, and Sloppity's move 4. The big guys, the little bigs, are 8-inch move, and the big is 6-inch move.
Okay. So you get big, and then you become cavalry movement, but you get too big, and you slow down a little bit.
Exactly.
I'm going to run with virtually everything. I get +2 to run rolls until I use my once-a-game ability. So this is for the Gluttons. They get a 5, so that's 13.
Big movers.
They can smell the barbecue, and they're just blasting. All right, you can move 8, and you could go for what? Let's see. You could do a 9-inch charge, actually. I might chill a little bit on this running. Yeah, no need to be hasty. There's plenty of time in the game. We'll let the box cars still be a possibility for hype, right?
Yeah.
So, what else is happening here? The butcher is gonna run. Also gets a 5. Which becomes a 7, which becomes a 13. So we'll put him right here.
Remind me how his -1 to ward rolls work.
So it's simply an aura. He has what is known as a big name, which is a new enhancement. Well, it's actually a recurrent of an old enhancement, but it's just within 6 of him. Rain or shine.
Sure.
He doesn't have to be in combat or anything. It's just, and it's not holy. It's just within 6. The Iron Guts are gonna run, and they get these run rolls. Dude, I'm wasting these high rolls. 6, so that's a 14. Zoom in. Heroes out front, right? Because that's how you're supposed to play. I don't know where Kragnos is gonna go quite yet. Let's do some measurements. You are 22s. I guess I could just simply start blasting. Can you draw from the Blight Kings to this guy? And I'm just going to move within 18. Do you have the thing that auto updates or no? Oh, maybe you don't.
What am I?
I don't know what. There's a way that you can draw this that you just hover over the base and it links up with it. I don't know how you turn that on. It's like that in mine. But it might not be in other people's. Yeah, there, see? And so I could just put him like 18 away.
Just in range.
Yeah. I should probably stay in the middle just so I can shoot anything. All right. And then these boys will run. Another 6. I'm wasting these. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10, 11, 12 or something. And then finally those Iron Guts over there get a 2. They're just kind of repositioning over here. Matter of fact, these, I'm going to unrotate them. Put them like right there. Shuffle them around a little bit. And Kragnos, he's going to run as well. 2. So that's a 12 on him. Can I fit? Yeah. Oh, the trees no longer block movement. That's so good. And I forgot to toggle. One of the toggles you can do, and I'm saying this mostly as a tutorial for chat and stuff, is measured movement. That's the box you click so that when you move the guy, it shows how far you've moved. Allowing for much more perfect play than in real life, basically.
Yeah, it's so useful.
We'll give him a 12 there, which, according to my quick maths, should include everybody for the 3d6 charges.
And Kragnos counts for how much on contesting?
Like 1 million.
Like 15 or
15,
something?
15, yeah. It used to be 30 or something, but yeah, 15, still a lot.
Rodigus counts for 10.
Proper, because he's huge. That makes sense. First time chatter guy with 4 U's and like 16 Y's says, I love the grandfather of plagues and rot in all capitals.
Excellent.
Welcome. You may like this game a lot then. All right, I've shuffled up a little bit. And I'll score 3. Tier 2.
Let's see. So you got
Oh,
3d6.
unless you want them off-turn movements.
Yeah, I probably will. I'm just trying to remember the average of 3d6. I think it's like 16.
The average of 3d6 is 10.5.
10.5. Okay.
Yeah. Coming from a Dungeons and Dragons player who used to roll statistics, yeah, it's. But 10.5 is a very high, you know, it's pretty good. That's close to the 12 that is normally the max.
Big fiver.
Ooh, all right.
I will take extra movement.
Nice.
That's 5. I might move them back a little bit. I'm going to measure that charge range again. Yeah, they're going to hang back just a little. That'll do.
All right. Time for shooting. I'm gonna shoot. And these guys are 4 wounds each?
3 wounds each.
3 wounds each, okay. Yeah, I'll shoot the Blight Kings. They're in range. I activate the special thing that is once per my turn to let it... Oh, I opened the wrong thing. Pardon me. Anyway, it lets it shoot 3 times instead of twice. And 6s are bonus hits.
See it.
Hitting on 4s. I'm going to spend a command to hit on 3s. And give it -1 to armor saves. Hit with
Big
2
6er.
and a 6, which adds another. That's 3. Wounding on 2s. All 3. Ooh, all 3. Ren 2, damage 5.
Ren 2 turns my 3-ups into 5-ups. Damage 5 on these?
Damage 5. Iron Blaster.
See. Saves. I save 1,
Nice.
so that's 10 damage. And wards.
Ignore
Save
3
of them. Taking 7. That's 2 and some change.
Auspicious number. Isn't 6 adds 2 dice? And it doesn't add, so it's called crit 2 hits, but it converts whatever that singular attack profile would be into 2 hits instead of 1 hit. It doesn't add an additional 2. I could see how you could think that, how it's written, but yeah, it's 2 hits total, not 2 hits in addition, in other words. Like, I'm not complaining, it's still good.
Pretty good shooting phase there.
That is better than the sum total of all shooting phases I've had in the last 3 games combined. So the Gambler's Fallacy had to work out at some point. Do I bother making a charge and sort of like letting these Iron Guts die? We'll see. Maybe I'll roll hot. It doesn't cost anything to roll. I'll roll a 36 charge with these Iron Guts here. And I got a 10. So, nah.
Perfectly balanced.
Yeah. I'm not married to it. Anything to do on charges or anything else, I'm done, basically. Black Cap Tactical, thanks for being a first-time chatter.
I don't have anything to do.
All right. 1, 2 more. So we'll get a quick 10. As far as battle tactics are concerned, I do control more objectives than my opponent. So I'll get that for another 5. And the other one requires me to control something that you used to control. And that won't be for a while. So turn over.
Pretty good turn there.
Well, I've kind of done the thing that I tell people never to do. So it was a good turn because of the good rolling with shooting, but I did the thing that I tell people never to do, which is just march in the center of the table and welcome my opponent into getting a double turn.
Here I am, yeah. All right. Pass turn?
Pass turn.
All right, let's not decide on a tactic because I don't have to do that anymore.
It's so nice. For just speed of play. The game doesn't stop every hero phase for 5 minutes. It's wonderful.
Yeah. Need to kill a hero at some point, and then
I mean, that'll eventually
need
happen.
to also take an objective from you.
Well, if these blade bears keep marching, eventually they'll just get this one, and that's all there is to it. So we'll see.
Let's see.
I will not activate the place of power.
More.
Hmm?
You did score more.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3.
Okay. Yeah, you can activate place of power. That's the first thing that happens.
I could, but I don't want to because obscuring would just hurt me. For the most part.
Oh yeah, with your blaster. Okay. I'm going to pray for +2 move. As long as I don't get a 1, it'll happen. All right. So that'll go off on a 6 or more. So they also get retreat and charge, but they're not going to be doing that. They just get +2.
Nice. Oh, you know what? I'm no longer used to having wards, so I'm going to do this next to Kragnos so I don't forget.
Cast some spells. Let's do... I'm going to do Fleshy Abundance from Bloab.
Fleshy
Abundance makes a Nurgle unit -1 to be hit, or to be wounded.
To be wounded, okay.
And this will go off on a 7. It does not.
Okay.
All right. Rodigus will try to increase his Rend aura. He's +1 to cast. Let me double check that casting value on that new War Scroll. It's a 7, so it'll be a 6 for him.
Yeah. Ooh.
So it goes off on an 11.
11. All right. Well,
Unbindies.
I only have 2 unbinds. He has a second spell that he could cast, right? And Orgot Stain's Spew is not a wizard.
Yeah.
Well, I have 2 unbinds.
So no reason not to try.
And they're both in range, so let's try to roll a hot 12. I don't.
All right. Goes off. So his range is now 9 for his -1 to save aura.
Yeah.
Last spell. Let's try to cast. Half move isn't going to do a whole lot to you since you have the 3d6 charges. So I'm just going to try Fleshy Abundance again. It's my unlimited spell.
Sure.
Target has to be wholly within 12. So I'm going to try to get it on Orgots. Goes off on a 6. Say, no, doesn't go off.
Isn't that a 7?
It goes off on a 7 normally. For him, it's a 6.
Yeah, and that's 6.
4. Oh, yeah. So you need an 8 to unbind. Sorry.
Yeah. I'll try. Nope.
Orgots is -1 to be wounded.
Maybe we'll take the... Maybe we'll do this. Since I don't produce debuffs. Well, and what was the other thing that was on?
The other thing is his Rend Aura is at a 9.
Oh, you failed to cast the other one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's my hero phase.
All right, let's off turn cast for a Crown Spine. Getting a 9, which exactly gets it. And I'll put it
With the
all
minus
within
1?
12. Yeah, I have a +1 naturally and a -1.
Oh yeah, so sweet.
And 8 will do it.
So I'll need a 9 to unbind.
Yeah, because I think it's the modified value, so you'll need a 9. Close.
You got
8.
it.
Let's see, can I put this somewhere cool? There. Alright, Crown Spine down. I think it's Holy 12 of the caster. I'm going to look that up real quick. But I believe it's Holy 12. Anyway, continue with your turn while I look that up. Holy 12. Is it even remotely possible that I could put it here. Yeah. Put it right in front of Greg. No, I can't. 12.5. Pretty close.
Pesky bases.
Pretty close. What about there? Yeah. All right, go ahead.
All right, movement phase. I'm just going to delete this because it's going to be gone. They're going to be moving 6. I'll go ahead and run them because they're not charging.
Yeah.
Extra 3 inches. I'm just going to get guys on the objective.
Sure. Here, I'll continue to do that just for time's sake.
Appreciate it.
Do you want guys in the front or no?
That's fine. Perfect. Sloppity will run behind. 4 plus 4, he's going 8. Blight Kings, 4-inch move.
Exactly
Bloab
a
will
9.
Run.
Ooh.
Running fast. 8, 10, 13.
Zooming.
I guess we'll hang out the Blight Kings. 6-inch move. I'm gonna run him. An extra 5.
These guys want to get in on it.
Like so. Orgot. Not sure I want to mess with that. Kronspine moves 12.
Crown Spine is A 10 flyer.
10 flyer. Yeah, so you're getting in if you want to get in. I'll move the Blight Kings up, run them 4+3. They're going 7. And Orgots will just get back here. That's all my movers. Would you like to move?
Maybe checking. Hero destroyed. Control an objective was controlled by your opponent. Oh, okay. I was thinking it was already to the number of units in the middle. So I guess I could move back with the cannon. You have a 9 charge here, which is entirely doable. Yeah, I'll move back with the cannon. Not really, but I technically will.
10 is harder.
10's harder. So hey, all right.
So we've got a 10 or a 10.
10 either way.
Shooting, I don't have anything in range. You want to shoot something? You redeployed?
Technically, a redeploy is a run, so no.
All right, let's make some charges. Have one thing that can possibly make a charge. So let's roll for the Blight Kings. That's not it.
No.
So I'll spend a command point and try one more time.
Much better, and exactly 1 short, I think.
0.1 short there.
Well, hold on. 9.4 with this one.
Okay.
With that one guy. So technically in. And get to pull the Iron Blaster in as well, if you want.
Hopefully.
Probably
should
do.
be able to.
I think it's already in with the 3, yeah. Nice.
Excellent. All right. Counter charges.
Nope, I only have 1 point left.
Let's go to combat. Blight Kings. Who do I want to get into here? Probably need to just get rid of these Iron Guts.
Yeah. Oh, I have to announce down to the Iron Guts at the start of combat, but they're either dead or not, so I'll announce it at the beginning of combat.
Wing twice, all right. How many do I have into
I think all of them. No,
all but one. It's actually, I'm going to move him back a little.
Yeah, so it's all.
Maybe get him in.
Yeah.
No, I don't think he can make it. So the one will go into the Iron Blaster.
Sure.
So I'll do that one first. They have 4 attacks each. Did you want to declare all-out defenses or anything?
Not until the Iron Guts get attacked.
Okay.
Well, okay,
the rest
I'll just do that ahead of time, then to save time. So Iron Guts, we'll get the all-out D.
All right, 3s and 3s. into the Iron Blaster.
Ooh.
3 at neg 1.
3 -1, looking for 5s. Iron Blaster is a 4-up. Unless, wait. No, okay, the aura isn't that big yet. Save 1, fail 2. 1 damage each.
Yep, just 1. Alright, rest of the unit. So how many are left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 times 4. +28 attacks, +1 for the champ, so 29 attacks.
Boys, I don't
These will be
feel
3.
so good.
3s and 3s.
Okay. Ooh, alright. 17?
17. And you're just out of Rodriguez's range here. So it'll just be neg 1.
I think I'm in it with this one guy. I'm checking the tapes. This
Measure
one
from the model to this guy. I got sticky measurement.
Oh yeah,
Can you measure from that one guy to Rodriguez?
no, the green is overlapping his base. I can see it clear as day.
Okay. Then it's neg 2 then.
All right. All right, 17 at neg 1 net. So looking for 6s. Save 2.
1 each.
All right, I'll take 15. 4, 8, 12, 16. One guy has 1 life left.
I don't know why they didn't give Iron Guts a better save.
Well, it's to better represent their name. Plastic Guts. However, not technically dead. I'll take that as a victory.
Have at me.
All right, I'm just gonna do the Iron Gut unit champion twice, I guess. I don't think I'm gonna move him anywhere. Doesn't matter too much. So these guys have 3 attacks each, but the unit champ has 4. 4s and 2s. Am I at any sort of minus against Blight Kings normally?
No.
Hit with 1. Wound with 1. Rend 2, damage 3.
1, Rend 2, damage 3. That's going to put me at a 5-up. I take it. Ward rolls.
You do have -1 to your ward roll because of the butcher.
Okay, so warding on 6s. So I fail all 3. That's another dead king.
I'm just going to do his second pile in right now because there's no activations in between and I don't want to forget. I'll hit with 1 again, but I fail to wound. The butcher has 3 attacks, 4s and 2s, rend 1, damage 3. Hit with 2, wound with 2, 2 at rend 1.
2 at rend 1, so that's going to put me at 4s. Save 1, take 1.
Damage 3. He's a big wizard.
6 ups.
All right.
1 ward roll and 2 damage. And they have 1 damage on them, or they should. Back here.
Yeah.
So that kills another one.
And then the Iron Blaster. He's got the Clubba. So 2 on 4s and 2s. Miss both. And then 3 Sharp Horns on 4s and 2s. Hit 2. Wound 2. Rend 1.
2 at rend 1?
Yeah.
4-ups.
Easy.
Save both.
All right. That's all the combat. Not bad.
I am going to power through with my last command point.
I don't think you can. Because my wound characteristic is 8, 4, and like 10 or something.
Oh, you're right. I'm so used to Blight Kings being over everything.
Yeah, true.
But I haven't played Ogres in a while.
However, I'm huge.
All right. So that command point is going to be nothing. Disease. I'm going to give disease to this Iron Gut champ.
All right. So he's likely dead in the in-betweens.
I'm horrible at rolling these disease rolls, so we'll see. So after I pass out disease, I trigger everything that has disease. 2-up D3 here for mortal wounds. 2 mortal wounds.
All right, he's dead. Hey, good work, single guy, though. Like, he killed some people.
He did some damage.
That's pretty good. Shout out to the single guys.
All right, that's my turn.
Oh, true, it is Ren 2 anti-charge on the Iron Blaster. Well, it's my mistake for forgetting it. I gotta remember my own rules. It's too late to check what the rules were. All right.
I think I rolled a 4 and a 5. So I would have failed 1 and saved 1. What was the damage on him?
D3. All right, well, if you know what you rolled, then sure. 1.
So I'll have 1 ward roll to make. I take 1 damage.
All right. I suppose the benefit of playing online is we have judges and scorekeepers, which I find really nice. Everyone should have their own judge at a table. Next TO game.
All right, so I will be scoring
1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, but not more.
5 for 1, 3 for 2. So 8 points.
8. And then what are these? Hero's been destroyed, not now, but pretty soon. And an objective that was controlled by your opponent at the start of your turn. Eventually. Okay. Hey, alright, nice battle round. Let's roll for the next one. Wait, do we do the underdog thing before the roll? Once your battle round, start of the battle round. So I believe start of means before, Ryo?
Before the roll's made. Once for battle round, start a battle round. I'm not sure. I would assume you do it before.
Yeah. I think so too. So the underdog right now is you?
I'm going to turn off the middles.
Both greens are simply off. And they cannot be controlled this battle round. Which I think means next battle round, you have to end the turn on them again, right? It's not
Correct.
like, yeah. So you have to kind of re-situate yourself, battle round 3.
Deceptively tricky.
And now we roll priority with that information. I got a 4.
I got a 1.
Well, you do have a reroll in your back pocket because you have more drops than me.
I will bank that reroll.
Yeah. All right, I feel like we should go. You go, I go. You know. Keep it normal. So I'll take the turn. We both get 4 command points. What wears off?
5.
Nothing wears off. Oh yeah, and you have 5 because of UD. Is that Kronspine an ogre or a Nurgle piece? Ogre piece. If it was a Nurgle piece, this would be more dire straits than I would think at the end of battle round 1, but it could happen. Anyway, beginning of the turn, I can activate a place of power if I want. I don't think I do, because it's just like heal
It's healer damage.
Damage. On a 1, inflict 1 mortal to each unit, friend and foe. On a 3-up heal. To a visible Gyronite objective. For obscuring or tap the ley line to be able to unbind. Yeah, I don't wish to activate the Blaze Bar, actually.
I think I will. Actually, how does the turn an objective obscuring work now? Rapid sprouting.
I believe you can choose objectives for it. It's a 3-up. Visible terrain feature within 12 of the hero, or Gyronite objective.
So within. Okay, so it has to be within 12 of the hero.
Within 12 of the Rodigus.
I might as well try it. Just make this obscuring.
Sure.
It might matter.
3-up. Easy. Alright. Is there... Well, alright, the Bad Moon is obscuring, we'll say.
Alrighty.
Oh, you know, I was going to get rid of these red things, actually. For football. Oops. There. We'll bring them back if it matters for neutral territory.
Sounds good.
Spell Castan. The Butcher is going to cast... No, I think it's going to be the old Greasy D.
The classic.
2d6 plus 1. Got a 4 plus 1 is 5, fails. Needed a 6. And the S Laughter Master. Pretty sure these guys are Holy 12, yeah. I'm going to target
did you do your laser beam?
No, I do it at some point during my hero phase.
Okay.
I just haven't gotten to it. I'm going to try to cast Blood Feast on the Gluttons. I get a 7 plus 1 is 8, which succeeds maybe. And you're easily within range.
8. Looking for a 9. You got it.
Alright, they are plus 1 attacks. And who's within 18, speaking of, for the... Alright, you are. You are not. Even though it's targeting the terrain now. Yep, it's going to be just these guys. There's no friendly enemy unit near them, so this roll can't fail.
Just damage.
One mortal.
And I'll be a 6-up ward because of your Butcher.
Still
and I make it.
Just roll 6s. It's that easy.
Easy game.
Alright, hero phase is probably done. I think, yeah.
Do I want to pray? Yeah, I'll pray for the vomit. I'm probably just going to bank this. Spin a command point. 2 points. And those go straight to the bank.
Doesn't that technically fail, but it doesn't lose you points? Because it's -1 on the pray thing when you're off turn praying.
Oh, wait. How would that... Is it an unmodified one?
So a 1 fails, an unmodified 1 loses you points.
Okay, so nothing happens.
Yeah, so a 2 is like no man's land on off-turn praying.
This is like my second game playing with the new prayers, and I'm not used to having a priest, so...
No big deal. I'm used to playing monster trucks, so I'm looking up all the Godbuster rules over and over. I'm getting better at it, but... Hey, alright. Hero phase done, time to move. Thinking.
That's it for me.
Yeah. Just I'm thinking about where I'm going to move here. let's see what Crownspine can do against guys. I'm just gonna go outside of 3 of them, whatever that happens to be. Actually, he can only move 10 actually. So, would it be more beneficial for him to just stop outside of 12 of Kragnos so that he can 36 charge? Actually, probably. Right there. Which means he needs a 6. And then the gluttons over here, if they get a 6, they would be within 7 of him. 8, 9, 10, 11. So they can run and end up within his run and charge aura, and then take the 3d6 from Kragnos.
Tricky stuff.
Yeah. So what I can do is Kragnos can move like here, because his 3d6 is going to be enough to wrap around. And then I can take the d6 run roll plus 2 with the Ogre Gluttons and end up like here and have run and charge, and they just have to charge first. And then this pirouetting, synchronized swimming dance of ogres, I think, will probably work out. Ogre Gluttons are going to run and get a 4 plus 2 is 6, which means they can move 12. Let's see if all my ogre mathematics worked out. Yes. All right, we're doing the electric slide. Iron Blaster's not going to retreat, because conceivably these Blight Kings will be dead. I don't know if I ever want to fight those Plague Bearers, to be perfectly honest with you. Might just be.
They're not fun to fight, especially with the -1 to hit up.
I might just be chilling. These ogres are going to move like here, maybe. And face a little bit. And stand on that point just in case somehow that guy dies. Can't score this though, this turn. And these Iron Guts over here on the purple are going to run and get a 5, 6, 7. This is an can you run over an obstacle? I don't think you can. Is it? You have to move around it, I think.
Let's see. Obstacle.
You just can't land on it, maybe?
Is it unstable? I've always played it as you just can't end your move on it.
Okay. It says area, terrain, or obstacle is what it says, so whatever that means. So anyway, these guys can run 13. So...
big movers.
Movers and shakers. I want layers, waves of ogres, waves of meat. I think that's all of my movement. How about yours? If you want.
I'm going to redeploy Rodigus, because he's in the danger zone.
Depending on how high I roll, he's in a type of danger zone. $12.8 for that. 6 for
I'm going to do Rodigus.
Sure.
4 inchers.
All right, sound good. Shooting, cannot shoot in combat, so my shooting's done. And the fun phase, charging. So the first thing is these ogres so that they can potentially get out of the way of something. They have 3d6 because they're wholly around Kragnos. I got a 12. So they're in. Actually, they're giga. They're giga in.
They did it.
They're in as they want to be. I'm gonna do the impacts after, since you can do them whenever. Kronspine's gonna charge with an 11. Fight over there. And Kragnos is going to roll 3d6 and then look around and see what he can reach. Get to 9. What would I need to get all the ways over here? 13? It's possible. I need, well, I have to move around my own butcher, so it's like probably a 5, maybe, or a 6. His base is huge. I think eyes on the prize. We go for the Blight Kings. So I'll take that 9.
With Kragnos, I'm pretty sure you'll lift that unit.
I should hope so. But I've seen worse things happen. We'll see. I'll do Kragnos's impact first, which is, I believe, just a d6 when it's not a monster. Each enemy within 1 on a 2-up inflict an amount of mortal damage equal to the roll. And it's a full d6. So this will be on the Blight Kings. It's 2. And
this is a rampage?
No, that's... Oh yeah, that is a rampage, yeah.
2 mortals or what?
2 mortals, yeah.
Alright, looking for 6s. I take 2. That kills a Blight King.
And then the Ogres also charged. They get a d3. It's 3.
Three mortals. Saving on 6s. Save 2.
Ooh, nice. But a 1. And then no impacts or rampages over here.
I have a rampage with Orgots, if that was it.
Yeah, I think it is it. I don't think these ogres need to get right in front of Rodigus quite yet.
Alright, so on a 2-up, Orgots can pick a unit he's in combat with and make it +1 to be wounded.
Okay.
By all my guys. Looking for a not a 1.
Easy.
That's not a 1. Yeah. +1 to be wounded.
Why can't I find it?
If you turn over the regular wound one.
Yeah, I'll do that. So -1 to be wounded in a certain respect. Okay, done with the charge stuff. Time for combat. Does Orgots have any like start of combat abilities?
That was it.
Okay.
He's +1 to be wounded.
Yeah, I was thinking debuff, but technically it's a buff for.
Oh, I get it. I get it.
And he might just be killed outright over there, but I summoned him for free. I don't care. I want to kill these Blight Kings. I think it's actually better that the Ogres, I think they do more damage than Kragnos, the 700-point god. I think.
Me.
Let me check my math here. 25 attacks at 4s and 2s, rend 1, damage 2. Versus 6 attacks, 3s and 2s, 3, 4. 3 attacks, 4s and 2s, 2d3. 6 attacks, 3s and 2s, 1, 2. 15 versus 25. His attacks are better. But there's 10 more of them. Alright, might be silly, but I'm going to attack with the Ogres.
I think it's probably the right move.
I just want weight of dice, you know? It's too swingy otherwise. And it's swingy anyway.
With -1 to be warded up too.
Yeah, and plus they have the +1 to attack, +1 attacks characteristic as well. I'm gonna all-out attack with them. So hitting on 3s. With +1 attack, Blood Feast, they're doing 5 attacks per model.
I'm not gonna bother all-out defensing here. I think these guys are done.
All right, so that's 31. Add 3s and 2s. $19, rend 1.
Looking for 4s.
Oh, yeah, not with that
Not
roll.
good.
Not with that roll. So 2 damage each, so it's 26. Or 28.
28?
Yeah.
6s. That's not enough 6s. Every 3 is a dead Blight King, so there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 5 left. Overkilled by 1 damage.
Ooh, okay. Dude, Blight Kings are fucking big. And then your activation over here.
Okie put the Blight Kings first. Let's go with Orgots first. I think you might be able to get out of combat with the big boy.
Yeah, he's got a 6-up save and a 6-up ward, so if Orgots is a fighter, he's might just lift him. We'll see. Especially with +1 to be wounded.
Orgots, 7 attacks. I'm gonna all-out attack here with Orgots. 7 attacks, 3s and 3s. That becomes 2s and 3s. Okay,
Aren't you,
so it's 2 at -1.
Aren't you +1 to wound?
I am +1 to wound. Thank you for reminding me.
Yeah.
So 4 at -1.
4 at -1 just goes through. So 6-up turns into 7. Is it?
Those are 2 damage each,
2
so
damage
8
each?
damage.
2, 4, 6, 8. I'll roll 8 6-ups. Get 2. Take 6.
And his big attack is from the mount, so this won't be +1 to wound because it's companion. But it will be
That
+1 to hit,
blasted
so it's
roll.
5 attacks, 3s and 2s. I hate companion so much.
It still gets +1 to hit though. Ooh, nice.
Oh,
Easy.
so all hit, and then these wound naturally on 2s, so I guess it
Doesn't matter, yeah.
balances out there. 5 at -2.
Take it. 3 each, or
It just goes through.
2 each, or
These are 3 each.
all right. So 15.
15.
Just
He does
that
not
would
usually spike like that.
just that would have killed him. All right.
All right.
Goes back in the free point zone. I'll try to get him back later.
Orgot spiking.
And that's it. I guess I can pile people in now.
Yep.
I do still have to pile in towards the nearest enemy unit, I believe. Is that the case? If I charge,
I'm
but I'm
pretty
not
sure that is
in
the
combat,
case.
so I can't pile away from man. And I'm actually locked in on bases here, so Kragnos is chilling. Alright, good fight.
Any, what do you call them? Power throughs or anything?
Let's see. I have 3 left. The counter charge would be kind of neat. Counter charge is like possible because Kragnos exists. And I do want to off-turn cast. No, I don't think I'm powering through or anything like that. If not in combat, you can pile in any direction. Says Kahi.
Okay.
What battle formation are the ogres in? They're in the +1 to cast 1. Alright, that'll be that. Don't control an objective you used to. And I'm not the underdog. And I don't control the middle one. I control only 1, 2, but not more. So we're at 23.
23. Alright. My turn.
Gabe Paris brings up a good point. Start of the battle round would be after Pryos so that you can't be the underdog into the double. Yeah, that makes sense. So next time we'll roll Pryo before the underdog chooses the funny thing.
So we roll Pryo and then determine which objectives are gone?
Yeah. It wouldn't have mattered that time, but...
Alright. Look at my tactics again. I need to kill a hero. And I need to take an objective. I could probably kill a hero. That's a lot of ogres.
A lot of beef.
All right, let's activate places of power. I'm going to try to do some damage to the ogres. So I need a 3-up. On a 1 or 2, it does damage. On a 3-up, it heals. I believe.
Yeah, and it's everything within what? Everything within 6 of every place of power.
Yep. All right, let's see. 6 is a heal.
Okay, so the healing is different. It's wholly
me.
within 6 of the target, not the places of power. So it doesn't.
I think you get to heal your Iron Blaster.
No, because so the damage is every place of power, but the healing version is only the hero that you activate it with. It's only within 6 of the hero itself. So I would not heal.
All right, good talk.
The place of power is the target. I believe the hero is the target, but I can check right now. Pick a friendly hero. Yeah, so the friendly hero I think is the target. No, pick that place of power to be the target. You're right. It is within 6 of that place of power. But still outside of 6 for the Iron Blaster. Good technicality.
Let's. Did you want to activate the place of power? I'm guessing not.
No.
All right, let's chant with Sloppity. He gets another 2, but he actually gets the points this time. In the bank.
Is it once per turn army? Let's look. Once per turn army. It is once per turn army, yeah.
Yeah, you can't do it with every hero.
You can't do it with every hero, but each army gets to do it every turn.
Spells. Blow-ab. I don't think I need bigger aura than this. Let's do...
Pretty big aura already.
Yeah.
Big base +9. It's a large swath of the table. If you
What
want,
is Kragnos' base speed?
10. If you want that range thing to work, the aura has to go away. I believe it's the aura that screws up the range thing.
Is that what's messing it up?
Nope, it's also the place of power. Okay, cool.
But yeah, it's a terrain piece.
For some reason, mine works though, so it's 10.6.
Okay, he's gonna try and do a half move spell on Kragnos.
Sure. I do have like a big defense against that, but I don't know if that changes your decision at all. But it is
Big defense, how?
So he has the shield inviolate, which used to make him basically immune to magic. Now he's only mostly immune to magic. If this unit was picked to be the target of a spell, roll a die on a 3-up, ignore the effect of the spell.
Okay. That does change things. I'll cast the same spell, but on the Iron Guts back here.
Sure.
So, goes off on a 7 normally. He's +1 to cast.
Got
So
it.
6, 7, 8, 9.
And I need a 10 to unbind. And you have... Now, who was casting that? Was that Bloab or Rodigus?
Rodigus.
I will not unbind it.
All right.
They are debuffed with a half move thing.
Second spell. Let's do Fleshy Abundance from Rodigus.
This is the Dong
So this is
expands
-1 to be
spell.
wounded.
Oh no, -1 to be wounded, yeah.
Doesn't go off. And then Bloab will cast Cogs. So that goes off on a 6, if I recall correctly. Yeah.
Ooh, 10.
9?
Oh, that's Bloab, so 9. I'm going to try to unbind. Very don't. Snake Eyes. Now, what does the new chronomatic cogs do? I guess I'm going to look it up since I'm at that section.
It's a Holy Within 12 aura. It either lets you reroll charges or -1 to hit for casters.
-1 to hit that target friendly wizards. Okay. That's a big deal. And this is a non-moving one. It just sits there. It's actually kind of nice. Like free command points, or like shadow free command points, I'm always big on. And when do you choose?
It does have to be within 3 of a wizard to activate it, so it'd be 2.8.
Once per turn, your hero phase to activate it. Okay.
So yeah, it'll be the -1 to hit.
And both are until the start of your next turn. Got it.
Spells are done. Prayers are done. You have anything?
I could throw a Kronspine back to get killed over here, if I feel like it. Although I will be at -1 to hit, which is a rough one, kid. Alright, call me crazy. I'm not. I'm not.
Right.
Maybe I'm wrong, but right now in the comments.
All right, let's make some moves. All right, Plague Bears, it's time
to make the long march.
Moving, yeah. Actually, I might as well run these guys because they are not charging.
Oof.
Big sixer. Moving 10.
They got those Nurgle marching song rhymes.
Something like that.
All right.
Floppity will run behind another big sixer.
That only
We'll
makes
go on
sense.
this side. So 10 inches. I guess, who do I want to go in here? You're going to be able to hit me with one of those blocks, and you'll have a counter charge in the pocket. So the 3d6 is, you can do that on the opponent's turn as well.
The first time I played Kragnos, I'm gonna look it up. Your charge phase. No, counter charges are standard 2d6. In my head, I thought it would just work, but now upon looking at it, okay. No 3d6 counter charges. That might have even changed your movement, maybe. So you can move again if you want.
It's fine.
I don't think it necessarily
Big
changes
boys,
anything
they
I
can't
do.
make it in here.
Big bases.
Maybe I should move Rodigus first. I'll move Blob. 8 inches. See that aura. What to do? I think I'm actually going to run Rodigus. 4 inches, so he's moving 10. Can't nab you with that Rend aura, unfortunately. So he might just hang back.
Right. And be within 3 of the Chrono Krogs, or back to the objective?
Yeah, probably best. Do that. Blight Kings are moving out. 4 inches, so they're moving 8. Orange flankers over here.
Take the Flanks is alive and well in 2025.
Morgoth's will hang back here. Actually, Kragnos is just going to come whack him. Although if you countercharge, you won't be able to do that.
Yeah, and it's tempting because Blowab is a monster. And so I get to do the funny thing. The thing that 200 of his points are pointed into.
Yeah, that monster charge is no joke.
Yeah, 2d6
I've seen it do some nasty things.
multiplied together. I've seen it do 7 a whole lot. But I only played him in 3rd edition a few times, so. If it's a GW article, then of course it's 36 mortals every time. Easy.
I think I have to move out to subjective because you're going to be able to threaten me either way. And
Like,
you count for
give me
15.
a decision to make, basically.
Yep.
Decision points.
Is that everything moved? Yes. Would you like to move something?
No.
All right. Shoots.
I think I'm within.
Blowab is actually in range.
7, right? Yeah, easy.
What do I shoot? Probably your +1 attackers.
Yeah, you're within.
So he's got 7 puke shots. Uh, 2s and 4s on these. 1 rend.
Nice.
Right. And there's the loss.
Ugh.
So 1 at 1 rend, 2 damage.
Looking for 6s. Don't get
or D3 damage, sorry.
Take D3.
2 damage.
All right, 2s on him.
You can shoot if you want to.
Duke Sputum. Well, I hit on 5s, so it'd be a fantastic waste of points to do that. And so I will. And it's only 2 shots, because the 3 shots thing is on my turn. Got a 5.
1.
And a wound. Rend 2, damage 5.
Saving on a 6. I take the 5.
Badoosh.
Am I in range for the ward debuff?
No.
No.
Not even close.
I'll save one of them and take 4. Okay. Not bad. It paid off.
Well, I got very lucky, but it did pay off.
Charges.
Play the casino army, you gotta bet big to win big. 12.9, calculated.
It looks like... Yeah, it's just blow up. He'll get free rerolls from the cog. Oh no, I'm -1 to hit with the cogs. Alright. 6er?
I think that makes it in. Yeah, 5.8.
Your +1 attackers.
I do.
An easy counter charge.
Very. Could just get both in, but then it's kind of white blood cell-y. Although, one of them might die.
Can I get the... Yeah, that unit, can I get that one out?
Yes, easily. They're already 3/9.
Okay.
So it's sort of like...
And that's what...
Sort of like forcing me to waste 2 command points instead of all-out attack plus all-out D. Right?
Yeah. Alright, I don't have any impacts or anything, so...
Probably...
Counter charges?
I think it's not worth. I think it's worth just all-out D the thing you attack and all-out A the thing you don't. But then again, Iron Blaster with all-out attack is sort of nothing. Oh wait, oh, I thought this thing flipped over. I think I still will. What are this guy's attack profile looking like? Oh, it pops up. If this is current anyway. 3 attacks, 3s and 3s, 1, 2. 5 attacks, 4s and 2s, negative 2d3.
So that second one is not correct.
Okay.
First one's right, and then his mount attack is 5 attacks, 4s and 2s, 2 rend, 3 damage.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Which prime?
Lord Vladok, thanks for the big prime for 42. Big against fat. That will... Really, it's fat against fat. But good point. And funny. Damn, I might be super wrong here, but I'm not going to counter charge.
Righty. If it makes a difference, he does have a -1 to hit that can go off in the combat phase.
It does make a difference. I will be counter charging immediately.
Okay.
All right. My will not to waste command points is completely evaporated now. So yeah, these Ogre Glutton's gonna try
I'm
to...
a 4 up, and I have to roll for each unit, but...
Got a 9, so they're...
That's it.
They're very in. And then everybody else in between. Is this guy out of coherence? I'm not used to playing with littles.
6 is the minimum. So
6 is the min?
good.
Okay. I wondered if 5 was the min. Okay. And then they do get a impact hit, which is for 2. 2 mortals.
Save 1, take 1.
All right. Are you within 6 now? Yes, by 0.1. You could have been out of it. So
Mistakes were made.
Well, I mean, probably would have been. You had like at least 0.6, I think, of extra movement. We'll just say. You.
I mean, if you don't mind, I mean,
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah. Normally, when people are piling in, I'm always like, "Do you intend on putting this guy in combat? Do you intend on being within this of this?" I just like say that typically, but
I think he's dead either way, anyways. But thank you.
There.
All right.
I typically play by intent, just so I'm not winning because people forgot something that was public information.
I'm gonna swing into the +1 attack, guys.
Okay.
3 attacks, 3s and 3s. Oh, I need to do my -1 to hit. So I pick each unit within, I think it's the funny number. Yeah.
7.
Each unit within 7.
Okay.
So I think it's just these 3.
Well, it's
just
the
for the
butcher too,
phase.
but it doesn't matter. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just for the phase, so it's just going to be these. So this unit of ogres that I'm about to swing at on a 4-up, they're -1 to hit.
-1.
Iron Blaster
No.
is not -1 to hit. And the other gluttons are not -1 to hit. Oof. So this is +6 attacks, but they're -1 to hit.
Yeah.
I don't know how that math works out, but
This is 25 or 25 attacks, 31 attacks. Hitting
31
on,
at -1 to hit.
yeah, 31 hitting on
25.
5s or 25 hitting on 4s. I think it's roughly equivalent, but I feel like the 4s are better than the 5s. Mine just feels, I don't know. I'm sure there's a math reason why one of the two is better.
Yeah, because you can bring these up to 3s, and these would be only going up to 4s.
No, I spent those command points.
Oh, you have no command points left?
Yeah.
Okay. Then yeah, I'm going to swing into these.
Yeah.
3 attacks. 3s and 3s. 1 at -1. 2 damage.
Am I within the zone? I think I am. I'm within the auto zone of Radagast for sure on these guys. Yeah. So -2.
-2.
All right. No save.
2 damage.
Take 2.
And then the scary profile. 5 attacks, 4s and 2s. This will be 3 rend.
Ooh.
2s. Ouch.
Every time.
2 at -3. That just goes through.
Yep.
So 6 damage.
All right. Putting it at 8 total, which is exactly 2 ogres. So I'll kill this guy, and I'll kill this. I kind of want him on the point. Kill this guy.
That's everything from Blobe.
All right. So I'll just activate like everything in order. I'll do the giant.
I'm gonna all out defense him.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess I have to pick.
Oh, true.
To pick which one.
In which case, I'll
attack.
do the one that you're gonna choose it for anyway. Yeah. The
+1 attack.
The 31 squad. Hitting on 5s. Wounding on 2s. 8 at rend 1.
Hit it rend 1, so that brings me back up to a 4-up.
Not
Take
bad.
3, so 6.
Yep.
Looking for 5s. Save one of them. He takes a 5-er.
Oh, he's
taking
got
10. He's got 4 health left.
He's got the -1 from the cogs, right? I forgot too.
He does.
And I can accrue more
He
than
does.
-1 to hit. Or can I? I know bonuses cap at 1. I don't do penalties as well in 4th ed.
Oh wait, he's left the aura because it affects the wizard.
Oh, it's not until like end of turn or something? Let me check.
Oh, he is within 12. He is.
Yeah, well, they are wholly within 12 of this manifestation. Yeah, so I actually hit on 6s, of which I can't remember how many were gotten. I think there's a little chat program that says, let me look.
Well, I don't think the -1s to hit stacks.
The total is just minus or +1? Okay, then we're fine. So
Yeah.
technically I'm at -2s, but that's only for armor.
It would just negate your all-out attack if you could do that.
Yeah. So it was even more of a correct decision to... Okay, so you take what? 5?
Yeah, so I've taken 10 total.
All right. These ogre gluttons over here. For 8, 12, 16, 17. And these guys are on also 5s and 2s because of the thing. Now that I think about it.
6s.
6 at rend 1.
Right, that's putting me at 5s to save. I save one of them. So
10.
10 damage. 5 ups. He's real dead.
And these guys have 2 damage, and this guy has 2 damage.
This falls off after combat.
All right. And it might not be my turn next, so I'll keep the +1 attack on him. And the debuff for now. All right.
A disease, I don't have anything to give because nothing's in combat. Yeah. So score. I've got 1 and 2.
1,
Not
2,
more.
1, 2, not more, so it's +8. Any battle tactics?
Nope. I did not take an objective. I did not kill a hero.
Butcher hiding in the place of power. Like the elephant looking around the tree. Alright, is this a big priority roll? For battle
This is
round,
a big prio here.
battle round 3? And you still got the reroll in the holster. I rolled a 6.
I rolled a 2. I can't beat a 6.
Yeah.
Wait, no. If I get a 6,
A
it would
tie
go
goes to the
normal.
tie goes to the person who didn't just go, like who isn't about to double.
Right. Right.
The same thing happened to me the first time I was holding a reroll. Is my opponent rolled a 6, and I'm like, oh, okay, well.
All right, your pick. I'm already underdog, so that doesn't matter.
Yeah, I think we go. You go. I go. Because if you go, this guy shuffle up. These things move up, but I don't think they can reach the point. No, they can with an auto run. They simply will get the point. You don't even need to pray for the thing. This guy maybe wants to fight Kragnos. These guys capture this point. Probably don't even deal with this, and then on my turn I have to like split everything. I think I'll just go. Yeah.
I think that's the right decision.
And now you get to choose which ones get shut off. I imagine it's the same ones as last time, the ones I'm on.
Yep, it's the same ones.
All right, 4 command points. This thing falls off. Nobody's within 18, I don't think. Maybe these are. Yeah, they are. He is not. I'm going to shoot a laser at the Putrid Blight Kings. It does 3.
3 mortals, so 5 ups. I take them all. That's a dead Blight King.
I'm going to try to summon the Crown Spine. And I get exactly an 8. And I'm pretty sure you're within range, Tom.
Exactly an 8.
You are.
Try for a 9. You got it.
Put them back out.
Your second Kronspine.
Yeah, this is unprecedented. The first 2 games, me and my opponent both tried to summon it on each other's turns and our own turns the whole game, and it never worked.
Whenever I run Kronspine, it never goes off. The +1 to cast is useful, though.
Wait, pre-question. Can I fit? No. I can't fit. I can't fit around that thing. Okay. Interesting. Monitoring this.
Calculated.
I'm just going to put it here. I guess I'll physically block the route.
I mean, that works, too.
But I'll also remeasure, because I don't think it looks like... Yeah, it looks like I'm outside of... Alright, maybe I can't physically block the route as much as I thought.
Close enough.
There. Especially because this is impassable, so no crawling over it. Alright. Did that. Butcher is going to cast Blood Feast. On an 11. Jeez, these rolls. Hey, alright. I don't activate the place power.
Okay, so I need boxcars. You got it.
Put them back on these guys. You need to put Crownspine 9 away from enemies. You are entirely right. Can I get a measure from them to this?
Yeah. I don't know how both of us forgot that.
Yeah, it's like the first thing. There we go. Now it's just an easy charge for them to get onto the point, though.
Yep.
And it can't move this turn. But they could have run onto the point anyway with an auto 6 run roll. So really, like, whatever, right?
You could also do something with Kragnos.
You know, I'm going to try to kill Orgots and get that point over there. And then we can just exchange these 2 points and then it's fine, right? Maybe. Other hero phase things. No, I'm good. Do you have a off-turn cast or anything? How did you get the +1 to cast? It's my sub-faction in the Gutbusters.
Yeah, I'll pray for the +2 move from Sloppity. 1 CP. A 1, he loses D3. He is reset.
These rolls haven't been stellar, I'll say.
Yeah, my prayers have not been hot this game. That's me. I don't have any rallies or anything.
Alright, time to move. Move 10. Butcher is going to run, as always, with a 6, so that's an 8, so that's a 14. No, go like right here. The audacity. I think I don't think I can make it because I technically have to run around this thing because it's an obstacle. Or you can't run over it. It's impassable. So I'm gonna go like right here. And then these the 4 ogre gluttons are gonna run on a 5, 6, 7, 13. And I have to stay outside. Can I get outside of his 3? I think I can. And I'm going to go back a little bit so that they can be in a kind of formation. And stay outside of his 3. And then these 6 here are going to run and get a 4, 5, 6. So it's 12. And I can see him. These Iron Guts are also going to run, but they are halved movement. So it's just the total of whatever the run roll is. Halved at the end, I think, is how it works. So it's a 3. So it's 9, so they can move 4.5. Quake jump sound effect. And then the Iron Blast. I like the Iron Blaster's position here. I can shoot that, I can shoot that.
Plague Bearers are -1 to hit versus shooting.
Okay.
That makes your decision easier.
Yeah, I mean, the plan was always to try to shoot Rodicus. So I will. Wait, that's all of my movement. How about yours?
Redeploy once you're done moving.
Yeah.
Done with moves. Rodicus is going to redeploy. Fishing for that big 6er. And I get it.
Oh, the big 6.
He's moving 12.
And no 36 charges. Except with the Butcher, if you could.
Right.
All right, these charge rolls became much harder. And can't shoot him. Double bonus. In which case, my shooting will go into the Plague Bearers, hitting on 5s. I'll do the thing so I can hit with 3 of them. I don't think it's worth hitting on 4s here. Can these guys regenerate somehow?
No.
Besides rally?
Just rally.
And there are 2 wounds, so you can maybe you can get 1 back almost always, sometimes 2. I think I want to just keep a bunch of command points. So I'll just be hitting on 5s. 6s are auto or 2 hits anyway, right? Hit once. And wound. Rend 2, damage 5.
I'll just go straight through their save. So 5 5-ups. Save 1, and I take 4. That's 2 dead.
The 5-ups have not been great.
Boys.
All right, time for charges. All right, so right there. Would that put me wholly 12? It would not. Okay, just thinking out loud for pre-positioning. Kragnos is going to try to charge first because it's the fun one. 36. Gets an 8, which is Definitely what I need. Can I pull those Blight Kings into combat? Is that within 3
Just
there?
might be able to.
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
they're in.
I'll do a little farther away just so they're exactly in.
Yeah, you
And-
could also pile in and tag them.
Yeah. And then Orgont's Daemon Spew is a Monstar. And so here's the funny roll. 2d6 multiplied together, 7s do nothing. 8. So 15 mortals. Ooh. Got that Roblox death sound format.
Looking for 5s on these. All right, pretty average there. Takes 11. He is not long for this world.
Every person in the world after charging a monster with Kragnos, hey, this guy's kind of good. And then these long bomb impossible charges. Do I need like 12s for the, yeah, 12, well, technically 11 there. 9. I guess 8. Can I fly over this thing?
You can fly over it. You can also just charge this for movement.
And then Giga wrap around, I guess?
Yeah.
If I roll less, well, we'll see. But I need I'll roll for these guys because it's like possible to get an 8 on a reroll. Got a 6. Now I could like stop here on the other side of it and then fight him.
Yeah, just one dude has to be within half an inch of this and you're good.
Yeah, and it'd be the first guy. But the others would be kind of all in here. I think I'm gonna do it. We're greed maxing. I'll reroll.
There you go.
And absolute greed is rewarded even though it shouldn't be. They might actually just bounce off Eroticus. He's fucking huge. But I kind of want to see it.
He's 24 wounds.
That's a lot.
Uh, 22 wounds.
All right. He's pretty big. I think I'll keep him out of combat. I think. Maybe that's wrong, but yeah, 24 is a lot. And these guys, I've blocked off their charge, so they won't even try. And I want to be on the green for next. Technically the Iron Guts could charge. How much like damage do Blight? I guess I could just find out.
None at all. They do not do damage.
Well, don't worry about
they
it.
have
I got
crit
a
mortal,
6.
but they're 1 attack each.
Okay.
And they hit on like 4s.
Okay, impacts over here. Nothing. What's the rampage?
For
Oh, really, both of them.
so his is
Orgonson.
+1 to wound. So I'll see if he gets that. Oh, do you have yours to do first?
I did mine. That his rampage
Okay.
is the big mortal wound thing.
Sure. 3 up. So Kragnos is +1 to be wounded. Not that it will matter much.
I think it will because I'm not attacking with him first.
Rodigus. So I have to roll over a target model's wound characteristic.
So a 5.
And then I do that many mortals, whatever the dice says. So these are 4.
Yeah.
So on a 5 or 6, I'll do either 5 or 6 mortals.
Huge. No.
Nothing.
Okay. And what kind of minuses am I? -1 to hit because of the cogs?
Yeah, so...
How long does the cog
-1 to hit
thing
from cogs.
last? Just forever? Yeah, it's until the start of your next turn, so not quite forever, but a while. So these guys are at -1 to hit, and they're at -1 save because of Withered Stave.
Yep.
And so I'm gonna attack with them. And I'm gonna all-out attack with
I
them.
will defense Rodriguez.
Yeah. They already have a 0 save against him just naturally before the Wither stave against his attacks, so we'll auto attack here. So I'm back to hitting on 4s.
I do need to do Sloppities. So
Oh, what's his thing?
he can make a demon unit -1 to hit, so I can stack the -1. So you might not want to spend the command point.
Oh, okay. And he doesn't have to be in
It's
combat.
2-up.
He doesn't have to be in combat for that, huh?
No, it's a target unit wholly within 12 of him.
Okay, well, technically that happens before we fight, so I guess I'll see if you fail the roll first.
All right. Let me see. Yeah, it's a 2-up.
Easy. Okay. Well,
It
then
does happen.
I'll save my point. Looking for 5s. Very high roll. I can't even use this game for data because the rolls have been so good. Is he at -1 to be wounded as well or anything?
Just -1 to hit.
All right, 14 at rend 1.
Still pushing him through.
Well, I rolled like 50% of total rolls as 5-ups, so it's way off on the corner of the bell curve on that roll.
So I spend a command point for defense, so it'll be... They have 1 rend?
Yeah.
So I'm looking at 4-ups. Two damage each.
Yep.
5-up. They'll take 9.
I mean, not bad, but not half his life even. I wouldn't expect that, though. All right, your activation.
Let me see if you chart.
Probably charts at 10. Everything else does for the most part.
Yeah, he charts at 10. I guess I'll swing with Orgots. So he's +1 to wound. He is charted. So his mount will have less attacks. 7 attacks with the rot axes.
And you wound on 2s for sure.
Yes. Do I all out attack? Probably not. 3s. And 2s. 5 at -1.
All right, looking for 5s. Rolled 3 6s. I'll take 2. So probably 4 or 6.
These are 2 damage.
All right, so I'll take 4. Or rate. I have a 5 aboard. I'll take 4.
And then the mount attacks. These are the scarier ones. He lost 2 attacks, so he'll be at 3 attacks. These are 4s and 2s. Nothing.
All right. How much total life does he have?
He's got 3 left.
3 left.
I can just lift him if you want.
Well, I kind of want to kill all the Blight Kings, maybe instead. I'm thinking about it. Well, not all of them, because I got some debuffs over here, but... And what's his armor?
He's a 3-up save.
Pretty good. I'm going to put the Dread Mace into him and the Tuskbreaker and the Hooves into the Blight Kings. That'll be my split. And I'll go all-out attack. And I'm at -1 to wound, so I'm on wounding on 3s.
Oh no, that was I put that there for his +1. He's -1 to be wound.
Oh, okay.
+1 to be wounded.
All right. I don't have -1 to wound, or I don't have a penalty to wound rolls in that case. Okay. I'll do him first. Am I gonna pile him in? Not really. All right, mace first. 6 of them on 2s and 2s. 5 Ren 3, damage 4.
5 Ren 3. I think this is it.
I feel like I should have split the exact opposite way that I split, but only after seeing the rolls.
Looking for 6s here. He's dead. Well, like I said, get ward rolls, but I'm not going to roll him. He's real dead.
And then the stuff against Blight Kings. So it's 6 hooves. 2s and 2s. 4 rend 1 on the Blight Kings.
Looking for 4s. Save 3 of them.
2 each.
Looking for 5s. They take 1.
All right, and then the shield. This is 3s and 2s. 3 hit. 3 wound. Ren 2.
3 at Ren 2. Looking for 5s. Take them all.
D3 each. What? Okay.
Ooh.
Fine. 9.
Ouchies.
It's been how the game has gone so far. Might as well keep it going, I guess.
Hey, that's 2 Blight Kings.
Hey, all right.
I guess I'll swing with Roddy.
Yeah.
See his new profile. 5 attacks, 3s and 2s.
Nice. Less than nice.
2 at neg 2 because you're in his bad range.
3 at neg 2.
3 at neg 2.
I don't have a save.
Those are 3 each, so that's 9.
All right. 3, 6, 9, 10, 11. So 1 ogre has 1 life.
Then he has the Fanged Maw, which is 2 attacks, 3s and 2s. 1.
Rend 1?
At 3 rend, and this one's 2 damage.
All right, their saves an 8. 3 damage?
2 damage.
Oh, 2 damage, okay. Ogre dead.
And its last attack is Host of Nurglings. These are 10 attacks with auto wound, but they're 5s and 5s.
Okay.
One auto. So 2 at 1 rend.
Still don't have a save.
With 1 rend?
Plus the wither stave?
That's including the wither save.
Oh, okay. Hey, let's fucking go. 2. Looking for 6s. Actually got 1. I'll take 1.
These are just 1 each.
All right.
That's it.
That's a lot of rend. I like Rodigus. And he's fucking huge.
He's a rend machine.
All right. I'm not the underdog. I don't control an objective that used to be controlled by my opponent. I don't control more objectives, but I have 2 plus 8. Let's see. I guess I could power through till I get closer to the objective. Power through is full move, right?
It is, so you could just straight up
I could
take
just
that.
I could just take that. Yeah. I think that's worth a command point, even though I only have one on your turn.
Do you need a target to power through?
I will look that up now. Pick a friendly unit that charges turn uses ability. Then you must pick an enemy unit in combat with it to be the target. And I'm not in combat, so I cannot power through. Alright, good thing I looked it up. So, give that command point back. Alright, turn over.
Alright. What a board state. All over the place.
You were scattered to the winds.
Let activate. No, I don't have anybody in range to activate. You do if you would like to.
I don't see a reason to.
Alright. Spells. Rodriguez will cast. This falls off. I think I'm going to be able to kill hero this game.
I really thought that butcher right here was just dead eventually,
I should
and
have
it just didn't
discharged
happen.
the butcher instead of throwing blob away, but you learn as you go. I'm going to do Fleshy Abundance from Rodriguez. This is a neg 1 to be wounded on a Nurgle unit, Holuthan 12. Goes off on a 7, he's +1 to cast, so that's a 10.
I won't unbind it.
Right. He's going to make himself -1 to be wounded. Second spell. I think I'm going to try to half move these guys again.
Sure.
Nine +1 is a 10.
All right. Well, I'll give it a shot anyway. Need an 11. Don't. Okay. Very don't get it.
Righty.
Did HeyWoah get the kill a hero tactic? No, I don't have that one. I don't have that battle tactic. He does. This game, clearly, I should have been on that one. But, you know.
I think Cogs is inactive now, because you have to activate it every hero phase.
On yours, and it lasts until your next turn, yeah. So it's...
Yeah, okay.
It's inactive at the moment.
Prayers. Sloppity. Is he going to do anything with his prayers? So I can either do +2 move. I don't think I need the +2 move. So an auto 6 will get them contesting. That's all I need. So he's going to chant for the puke into the gluttons here.
Mm-hmm. Ooh.
Big sixer.
Oh.
So that immediately gives it the better effect, which is just improved dice rolls. So these are 7 dice. 3s are mortal wounds.
Nice.
I have mortal wounds.
Ooh.
Just
Right.
out of nowhere.
2 kills 1, and then 3's left over on the next guy.
That's my hero phase. You got anything?
No, I already have Kronspine out. So
Actually, I'm going to rally these Blight Kings, actually.
yeah.
I've got a musician, so that's +1 dice. For 7. Not enough for a king, but this guy will be topped off. Alright, movement phase. I'm going to spend a command point to auto-run these Plague Bearers.
Mm-hmm.
They're going 10.
And easy.
Floppity. Moves 4. He'll actually run because he's scared. An extra 2. Vikings will move. Four inches.
Requiring a easy 5 charge to get on the objective.
That's all my moves. Counter moves.
This halves my redeploy movement, right?
No, just your base movement. So redeploys will just be whatever you roll.
Okay. Well, it went so good last time. Two.
Free movement. Well, not free, but
Inching towards the apocalypse.
okie dokie. Shooting. I have none. Would you like to shoot?
Let's get lucky again. Hitting on 5s or... Oh wait, not 6s actually, because it caps out. But oh, I coulda. I forgot. It's on me. Coulda used the laser.
Oh no, you can do it. That's fine. I don't mind going back if it doesn't change much.
I don't think it does. And if I roll a 3, it kills
Well,
a
if you
light king.
can kill one, they're a lot more likely to just die to Kronspine.
Sure. Of course, I roll a 3. Kills 1.
3 mortals?
Well, actually, it doesn't kill 1. It might kill 1.
5 ups.
There. Alright, good. It doesn't actually change anything then. Nice. Anyway, Iron Blaster is shooting... doesn't have visibility to Rodicus, so the Plague Bearers. 2 shots hitting on 5s. They don't. Alright. Sounds more like it.
Okay, that's shooting. Charges. I've got 1 to make. Yeah, let's charge the Kronspine and see if they survive. That gets them in.
Easy
in. 7. If you get him in, it's over anyways, so. Oh, you don't have a counter charge.
No. I couldn't actually fit. Like, this is it's impassable, so I can't even like climb over it. So it was never in the cards for him to be able to counter charge. Like next turn maybe, but I'd rather not. I'd rather go towards the blue one.
All right, combat. I'm gonna go with Roddy.
Sure. I feel confident that we can just pick him up, I think. You have to do...
you sure you don't want to roll it out?
You have to do 5 total damage. And they
it'll
don't have
happen.
And they don't have a save. You know, rolling dice is fun, sure. We're not even at 3 hours yet for the show, so let's roll the fun dice.
5 attacks with his gnarl rod. 3s and 2s.
Yes, the Blade Kings did move for Garo Games, but I think I shot them last turn. I suppose I could measure. I could have sworn that I shot them last turn. Did I?
So that's 2 at neg. 2 at neg 2.
What was your charge roll on the Blade Kings?
It was a 6.
Did you move the full 6 or
Oh,
no?
no, it was a 7. It was a 7.
Did you move the full 7?
No.
You had to roll a 5. So you were here, plus 4 is there. Rewinding time, because you moved 4. 18.4. So I did shoot them last turn, but that was before guys were taken away. So they are at full life.
Like stretched out along
Yeah,
here.
yeah. And I think probably one got taken off as a casualty, and that was the one that was in range last time. All right, we're maintaining the game state here. Anyway, how much damage am I taking?
So you got 2 wounds. Oh, they don't have a save with 2 rend?
No.
That's
No.
6 damage.
All right. Both dead easy.
Alrighty.
And then over here, Crown Spine into the 2 Blight Kings.
I will all out defense with my last command point.
I'm on 6 attacks, 4s and 2s. It's a good start. Not a good finish. 2, Ren 2.
2 at Ren 2, so that becomes Ren 1. So I'm looking for 4s. Save 1, take 1.
3 damage. The point is yours.
And wards. I'll take 2.
Doesn't even kill one.
They had damage.
Well, no, because I did. You had moved up 4 to get shot by the maw pit.
Oh,
and I remembered.
see.
I remembered
I
last
see.
turn I shot you with the maw pit, but the one that I shot got removed as a casualty, and then you moved up, and so I retrace. That's what I was moving your Blight King for. I was retracing the steps, and you would have been out of
I'm all
range, so I
cut
took
up now.
the damage out. Yeah.
So now they'll take 2. And then I have 2 Blight Kings to swing with. So it'll be 8 attacks. I don't think I have a champion anymore. No. Just 8 attacks.
That's not the guy in red. The red base man.
No, I color all of the command models just so they stick out.
Oh, all the command models, not just the champion. Okay.
Yeah. 3s and 3s. Three at neg 1.
Take it. 1, 2, 3. I'll get a 6-up ward, of which I get 1, so it takes 2. You're starting to think Crown Spine might not be so good anymore. It's not like so good. But it's a free body, and 12 health. 12 health
that can
kind of
bring
nice.
some damage sometimes.
Yeah. And it's like anti-other manifestations. It's fine.
I think that's everything.
Yeah, I think the fighting is done.
I don't think I can actually give Cronspine disease because it's a manifestation. So I will get more this time, I think. Yeah.
I think maybe you can. We looked it up last time, and manifestations aren't as far as we could find, just straight immune to anything. The thing that doesn't work on them is they can't capture, they can't use commands.
We can play it that way, and I'll look it up when my turn, when your turn comes around.
If the game like hinges on it, we'll look it up.
Yeah. So disease, trigger. Nothing happens.
Okay.
And I will get a full point turn, but no tactics. Oh no, I did take one that you do not, that you controlled. So I finally get my first tier.
There it is.
Restless. We did it.
So 15 this turn. Tie game at 31. Because you got 1, 2 more for 10, and then tactic for 5.
Yep. 15.
Tie game.
This is close.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have a roll off.
Oh, and you still have the reroll in the holster.
Sure do.
I got a 1. So you don't even need to use it.
Which round is this? 3?
4.
The top of 4. Is this the time that I take the double? If I take the double, I can hold on to this. I can't score tactics, but I don't think I'm going to be able to get to this butcher anyways.
What's the other tactic
take the double.
you could do?
The other one is
every objective within enemy territory. Well, that would be.
I don't know how that works with the inactive objective.
It's a new battle round and nobody's the underdog, so they're just capturable again.
Oh, actually, you would become the underdog if I took a double.
Oh, true. Okay. And then I would mess up that battle tactic then. So either way,
you could make these active, and then you'd control both of them.
Well, they're active.
Inactive.
They're active anyway, because it refreshes every battle round. But yeah, I think taking the double is worth it because I could probably rob you of a battle tactic anyway by simply being the underdog, or by no one being an underdog. I mean,
I think I have to actually give you the turn.
Oh, okay.
Because
good tactical genius. I like to see it.
Sorry, I'm just thinking this out.
No, it's a big turn. It's a linchpin turn.
Yeah, I'm going to give it to you.
Okay. And chat looked it up with Persuasive Wink. 7.0. They are affected by all enemy abilities as if they were units. As long as they have a health characteristic. And a move. So he is truly diseased. Alright, debuff stays on. I don't know what this one is. Oh, -1 to save 9. That was probably for that guy.
Oh, there's no underdog.
There's no underdog, which means all objectives are turned on, and no one chooses any of them to get turned off. Get our command points. I got 4, you got 4. Place of power won't be activated by me. I'm gonna shoot a laser at the Blight Kings. For 1.
Upward. They take the damage. Kills a Blight King.
What else is happening? When do I have to do this? I am once again asking you to tell me my own army's rules. Your hero phase. So it doesn't have to be the start. Okay, and then movement phase, you can step away from the thing. Okay, just Thinking out loud. As far as casting spells, the Slaughtermaster is going to cast... I don't think I have a worthwhile spell to cast, to be honest. Is it just the Gracie D? Sure. Yeah, I'll cast the Greasy D on the single Blight King.
Let's see it.
Maw Pit damage. I did that. Yeah, I rolled a 1, and it doesn't fail because there's no other friendly or there's no other enemies next to the enemy. Looking for a 6. I got a 12.
Only more than a 6.
Modified.
So I can't beat that.
So he's at -1 to hit. I think that'll be all for my hero phase. Want to do something?
Yeah, I'm gonna rally Rodigus. Four ups. He'll heal 4. And then I want to pray? I can turn off.
Remember the Maw Pit does D3 +1 mortals when they're alone. Oh, that's right. I thought it just couldn't fail. So he takes 1 more. Maybe, if he doesn't roll a 5 up.
I'm going to pray with Slobody. He'll actually get points this time. For the vomit.
Sure.
I'll just bank them.
Give me 1 more D6 for the Blight Kings over there. They took 1 more. Because it's a D3 +1.
Oh, sorry.
Easy. Okay.
Saved. So actually be 2 prayer points because it's -1, right?
All right, that's all for the
That's it for
praying.
me.
All right, time for movement. The most fantastic waste of 720 points you've ever seen. Moving away from all of the action and standing on an objective. Actually, hold on. Doing math in my head. How fast exactly can these guys be? No way. Yeah, I got to do it to them. It's worth 5.
He took the objective.
Yeah, it's worth 10 points. It's worth it. Other movement. Now I started to turn on this thing so I control it. So I can leave if I want. And you could countercharge if I try to screen you with Rodikus. I don't think I'm ever killing him. Sorry, thinking.
No worries.
These guys are still debuffed, so they can't exactly steal the point from the Plague Bearers. But I could get set up to get ready to, I guess. I'm not 18 away from the single guy on the red point, am I? Looks like more of a 22. The 20.8. would go here or something. Is this thing... Yeah, no, I can't shoot him from here. But I can get like kind of close, I guess. Is this obscuring? It's not. It could be in the future though, so I'll stay outside of 1. If I am indeed outside of 1. And edge of the base, line of sight? No. From those, no. Alright, I think that's how I'll do that. 10-inch move can't make it next turn, but it can make it next turn. Can the Plague Bearers reasonably pick up the Iron Guts before they get to fight twice? If they're on the charge, maybe.
Unlikely.
Like, Plague Bearers, I'm told, do like no damage. But I do have a 5-up save. I suppose anything could happen. And Mortal Wounds hit them hard.
They can spike the mortals, but it's 1 attack each. And regular attacks are 4s and 3s.
I got 3 entire inches of movement here.
Big movers.
Big movers. This 2 is from here. That's fine, that's fine. These guys. Ogre Gluttons, these 4 are gonna run. See how high I roll. It's a 5, 6, 7, so 13. I think I have to move them one at a time. And this guy got to go in between. No, so I'm going to have to move these back a little bit. What's the distance over there?
To Rodigus.
All right, 10. 9. And then you could pile onto
9 or
it.
10. All
right.
And a 10.
I think that might be how I have to do it. And then Butcher runs. With a 1, so 7. I think Butcher just stays. I think Butcher just stays here. Or runs backwards even. Okay. I think that should be all my movement. Sorry, it took a while.
Oh, no worries. I've got 3 command points. Do I want to redeploy? 6er doesn't get me much. Plague Bears already have this. Yeah, I'll redeploy Rodigus.
Okay. Ooh.
5 inches.
Big 5. Okay. Time to shoot. And I will shoot Rodicus, I think. That was the plan. I used the thing to make it 3 shots. Looking for 4s. I'll use a command point. Looking for 3s. 2 hits. 1 extra hit. And 2 wounds. Ren 2.
Ren 2, I'm looking for 6s.
Ooh, got one.
Save 1.
5 damage.
5 damage. 5s.
Perfectly
Save
balanced
3.
roll. Okay, charges. Let's try to get a massive Iron Gut charge here. I need exactly a 9. No. I used to for this guy, but now he's out. I need an 11 to get into the Rodicus, and I need much, much less to get into the Plague Bearers. I rolled much, much less. So let's go into the Plague Bearers. Can I fit through here? Is it worth re-rolling? I cannot fit through here. So I don't think it is worth re-rolling and then somehow piling in over here. 3 command points left. It's your turn. I would have 2 left after that. Stay the course.
Have the -1 to hit because Sloppity is down here, so.
Yeah.
Probably take a chunk out of them.
I'll do the D3. It's 2.
Oh, impacts.
Yeah.
Save 1, take 1.
And it's impossible not to kill this, so I won't charge it in. Alright, we're done with shooting. Time to charge. Or, I mean, we're done with charging and shooting. Time for combat. Beginning combat. Oh, I forgot. Movement phase. He gets off the pot. That was the whole reason I looked up
He's
that
off
roll.
the pot.
He's off the perk. Anyway, Crown Spine attacks Putrid Blight King. 4s and 2s. Do you want all the defense?
This is Crownspine?
Yeah.
Sure. Well, no.
Is this +1 save from last turn?
Yeah, it's from last turn.
Rolled really well.
Yeah, I'm not going to spend a point.
4 at Ren 2, damage 3.
Probably dead here.
Could have very well not rolled out there. It really
Ren
happens
2?
on 4s, yeah.
So 5s. And then this times
3.
2. Times 3.
Yep.
So 9. Yeah, he's dead.
Alright, and then over here, the Blight Kings. But they're kind of, well, actually, they're not really pincered by the objective because they control it already. And physically moving towards it is sort of impossible in one turn.
Something like that. 3-inch. All right, so well, these guys are in. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and the champions included. So that's 8 attacks. Hit on 4s. 6s are mortal wounds.
Oh, beginning of combat, double piling in.
Gotcha.
Ooh.
1 mortal wound.
All right, take it.
Winning on 3s. 5 at 0 rend.
5 and no rend, looking for 5s. Pass 1, take 4.
1 each.
Kills an ogre.
That is like them spiking damage.
And then the 1 carries over onto man. I'll pile in. Uh, 3, 6, 9, 10. 4s and 2s. Five, rend 2, damage 3.
15 damage. They don't get a save against that. So 5 aboard. Ward 3 of them. Take 12. That's 6 dead guys.
Why not go with the Iron Guts first? Because I didn't think he could kill one. But even if he did, I wanted that guy off of the objective because in the future, if this Crown Spine dies next turn, one Blight King really can kill a Slaughtermaster, and a Slaughtermaster can't kill a Blight King. And I didn't want to have a Nailbiter duel between the worst melee combatant in my army versus one Blight King champion who could actually take it, especially with disease.
I think it was the right call.
And if he spikes and kills one Iron Gut, like, hey, all right. I'm not really fighting this necessarily for the point. I'm fighting it so that it can't auto-run next turn and grab the green. And then the second pile in. It's like possible I could pile in next turn onto it, but I feel like you'll remove casualties in such a way so that I won't. And then they swing again. Anyway, not saying you're wrong or I'm wrong. I'm just saying my my thought process for it. 4s and 2s. All right, that's more like it. 4, rend 2, damage 3.
4, so that's 12 damage?
Yeah.
Oops. So 8, that's 4 more guys.
You might take it with a power through. Damn, he's right. If power through can fly, yes. If it can't, no. I guess that's the thing.
You don't get fly with power through.
Then probably not.
You can move through
we'll
combat
see.
ranges.
Through combat ranges, but not across or any such.
Right.
Okay, I think that's all my stuff. I now have a point that you used to have, so I also finally got my first one. These are not the correct choice for this particular army. And I have 1, 2 more.
The tactics are just tough, man.
So this is it's a 1, 2 more, so 10, and then 5 for the tactic. Every objective within enemy territory. I don't think I'll get that. Next turn. It's possible, but okay. Time to are we powering through? Is that a full move?
It is your full move, yeah.
So I could, that'd be like 2 and then 4 and then.
They're half moved.
Oh, true. Yeah, so it definitely can't. So for sure cannot, yeah. Hey, all right. Done the turn.
Ready. So what did you score that turn?
I scored 10 because I control 1, 2 more, and I scored 5 because I finally got the battle tactic. So 15, putting me at 46. And the battle tactics you're going for are enemy hero and every objective within enemy territory.
Neither of those are happening.
It's vaguely possible to butcher, but I would most certainly try to redeploy him.
Yeah, it would be unlikely. What are you on over here?
I'm on
every objective in
I'm on control every objective in enemy territory, which is like maybe a turn 5 thing, but probably not. And then be the underdog, which won't happen. So we're kind of locked on the battle tactics. Is disease
really gonna go all 5 rounds.
Is disease only during Nurgle's turn? I'm not sure. Is it every turn?
It's every turn.
Oh,
disease.
Then I take damage.
I also need to pass out fresh disease to one unit in combat with Nurgle, and then I trigger everything that has disease. So Iron Guts
could kill one of them if you roll max.
2 is nothing happens.
Okay, and then Crown Spine.
Crown Spine.
3.
3 mortals.
I'll take 2.
Now we go to my turn. Places of power. I could technically activate this.
Disease nuts, huh? Okay, I see.
Anybody in range of puke? Yes.
Actually, yes. Dude, this guy
will try to puke.
This guy's doing calculus for the arc of the puke, making it all the way.
Another 1.
Oh.
So he loses D3 for 1.
Dude, Nurgle hates this guy in particular.
All right.
Plague
spells.
Father, can I? No.
This drops off. Who do I want to spell at? Let's see if I can get Fleshy Abundance back up. Goes off on a 7.
Got it.
That's a 7 plus 1, 8.
That's -1 to be wounded.
Correct.
And he captures 10. If he's battle damaged, does his capture go down like Mega Gargants or no?
He just gets less attacks.
Okay.
I've got 1 more spell, so
yeah, which is why I have to decide whether I counter this or not. I'm thinking to next turn when maybe Kragnos might make it in. And if Kragnos is battle damaged, he's only controlled 2. But then again, this particular ogre is here. I think it's fine. I'll let it through. And it's only like a maybe next turn.
I just want to be wounded, and then I've got 1 more spell.
I mean, just spike 36 mortals on the charge, right? Like, that's obviously. For future reference, the disease ability itself specifically says you can't use it on manifestations and terrain. Oh, okay. We were looking in the core rules about manifestations or whatever. So this thing...
Yeah, I'm pretty sure all this damage is from disease, isn't it? Or did he take some from
no,
Blight Kings?
2 is from Blight Kings, 2 is from disease.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure. I don't think his health characteristic matters anymore. This game. $23.
He's out for the half move.
They are not. Hitting them probably shuts the door on a pipe dream of capturing this on turn 5 for a battle tactic. So, it's probably a good spell.
That's true. Yeah, I'll do that.
Although with the Butcher so far away, they're not going to run in charge, so it would require like a 12 or maybe be impossible, one of the two.
option would be endless spell, but that's gonna take a turn to set up. I'm just gonna half move these guys.
Sure.
6, 7, 8, 9. Effectively a 10.
All right, I'll try to get an 11. I don't.
All right.
And you're within 3. Oh, no, you're not within 3 of this. Okay, never mind. I was about to say activating cogs, but...
What? How fast are Iron Guts?
6.
So 12.
Yeah, 12 would make it on.
I think that's... I'm going to rally Rodriguez.
Nice.
So heal 3.
Healing 3 on this guy is so value.
Yeah. Do you want to do anything?
Hero phase. No, I'm probably going to use all 3 of these.
Alrighty. Let's move. I have a lot of options. I just have 2 guys left I can move with. Okay, this should be fast. 6. I don't think I can stop you from killing Rodriguez with Kragnos in a turn. So might as well make Kragnos move less.
That's a lot of beef to chew through.
It is. It might take you a turn or 2 to kill him.
Okay,
right.
well, it just completely 100% depends on what 2 dice I randomly roll for the rampage.
That charge effect. Okay.
On average, he takes nothing.
Floppity. Do I want to auto run him?
Yeah, just anywhere that's not the objective so that in the future I can't charge him to get on the point, probably.
Yeah. I'm going to auto run him.
In a random direction. Yeah, there we go.
He'll be able to turn on -1 to hit. That's my moves. Redeploys?
Yeah. What's the distance here? 17. So he moves 10. And then needs a 7. Which is very doable on 36. You could off-turn prey halve his movement, but he's kind of immune to magic. But let's pretend we get
and you get the 3d6 charge anyways.
Yeah,
so.
let's pretend we get unlucky and he has to move 5. And it would be like 5 way down here because his base is fucking huge. Which means he would need a 13, which is unlikely even on 3d6, but possible on a reroll. I think I really do want to redeploy him. In case that spell goes off. I'd rather redeploy the Ogres all on the point, but I feel like you're just going to kill them and I'll have 1 on anyway. So yeah, we'll redeploy Kragnos and try to get lucky on this d6. And I kind of do. I'll take 3.
Are you wanting to countercharge 3d6?
I can't. You can only 3d6 charge on your turn.
Right, okay.
All
right, charge Rodriguez. Or shooting. Did you want to shoot?
I saved points for it. But now that I know that your capture is that, Well, this is the bottom of the battle round, right?
Yes.
There's actually no reason not
Use
to.
them or lose them.
I will. And we're shooting Sloppy Bile Piper.
Good pick.
Actually hit with both. What? Uh-oh. Alright, miss one. 1 at Ren 2, damage 5.
I'm pretty sure that goes straight through his save, yeah. So 5 upwards. I need to
Wait a
make
minute. Oh, chat. Somebody clipped that. Somebody clipped that. Was that a 4 or a 5? With the hit roll? Because I'm at -1 to shoot. Any clippers in chat? I mean, roll this, but we might get to remove all the damage.
I want to roll more dice if you did less damage because it's a greater chance of me to save some.
It was a 4 and a 6. Okay, which means one of those two missed, which means I'm going to re-roll this wound roll then, because instead of 2 wound rolls, it's only 1. And it wounds, okay. So it ended up being one hit anyway, but...
As usual, rewinding equals the same.
Covering fire has to target the closest target, so this is on Rodicus.
Oh, that's a good point. I always forget about that.
Same. I usually don't have shooting.
Okay, so Rodicus is a 4-up save, so he will actually get a save. He'll get a 6-up.
Yeah, it's no crit 2 hits off turn, only on your own turn.
So Rodicus takes 5 up wards. Saves 1, takes 4. One short of charting him.
Yeah, but 4 was pretty lucky anyway. I don't think it was likely to chart him.
All right, let's charge with Rodicus.
All right.
5er.
Easy. He was outside of 3 after all.
Let me check something.
Yeah, how far away can you move him?
I'm pretty much locked to this bubble if I want the -1 to hit.
Yeah.
That'll do. Counter charges.
Nope. Nope.
All right, I'll start with Rodicus. Rodicus. I'm not used to his new war scroll, so.
All right, the goal here is
3s and 2s,
the goal here is one guy still alive. Do you have a rampage?
I do have a rampage. So I need to roll above your wound characteristic, which is 4.
And it just kills a guy.
So
Plus
5 or
7.
6. Does that many mortals?
Right.
No.
It's neat that it's really unlikely because they have such high wounds, but when it does happen, it's huge.
Yeah. I kind of like it. All right. Swinging, 5 attacks.
No all-out defense.
No all-out attack. These are 3s and 2s. Two at neg 2.
Wait, is all-out attack functionally irrelevant on play bears? No, because the thing doesn't.
Not
they don't have the thing.
necessarily. If it gets you more, more hits in.
2 at rend what?
2 at rend 2.
Take it.
Those are 3 each, so 6 damage.
All right. Kills 1, 2 left over.
And then he's got Fanged Maw. 2 attacks, 3s and 2s. 1 at neg. I think this is a
Neg 3.
neg 3. Yeah, neg 3.
Take it.
2 damage.
All right, exactly. Kills 1. Goodbye,
And then
unit
the
champion.
Nurglings. 10 attacks. 5s and 5s, crit auto wound.
Jesus. Okay. Of all the attack profiles to roll super bad on, I guess that's the one to do it, right? So
Most of the time it's like 1/6 and the rest misses.
Alright, these guys, all out attack. Can finally pile in the full amount, but not quite enough.
They're working their way through them.
They're John Henry over here working on the railroad. They got the lawnmower out. 3, 6, 9, 10. 3s and 2s. That's really good. 7 at Ren 2 damage 3.
7 times 3 is what?
21.
21, 5 up wards.
Oh, actually, I don't want to kill them because I want to pile in. Or, what do you call it?
Pretty good
Power
for
through.
wards. So they'll take 13. And they have 1 damage on them, so it's like 14, so that's 7 guys. One, two.
Oh, didn't charge the
One
can't
guy
power
left.
through. You're right. Yeah. 1 guy remaining, but he's got it by gum. And then that 1 guy can attack if he feels like it.
All right, 1 guy. He's got 1 attack. It doesn't hit.
All right. And then these guys. No champion, so I think these guys are on 4s, yeah. So 4, 8 at 4s and 3s because of the -1 to become wounded.
To do... Oh, I forgot about it. It's fine.
Oh, what is it?
The Sloppity's aura. I have to roll for this. It's a 2 up. -1 to hit.
Okay.
You're just supposed to do it at the start of combat.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't think I could have piled out of it, this guy, and still been on the point. So.
It targets my unit all the way within 12.
Then no big deal. So I'm hitting on 5s, which means 2. And then 3s both miss. So nothing happens. Damn, I needed to do 1. Oh, well. Alright, I think that's it.
Do I want to power through? So that would do D3 mortals. Yeah, why not? These points are going to drop off anyways. Power through. 3 mortal wounds.
I'll take 3. On the non-command unit.
Where do I want to go?
Technically still on the point. Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, Ogre Gluttons have a control of 2, so it's 2, 4. The standard bearer is the control score 1. So they have 5, which is very far from 10. And even if I did the thing, they would be at 7.
Got 3. You've got 3, so I get 1 and 2 for 8 points.
Alright, Big Prio.
Right.
Turn 5.
Big Prio.
Oh wait, end of turn I take damage, right? Because of disease?
Oh, yeah.
You have to put a disease on.
So these guys would get disease.
Alright.
And then trigger for gluttons. Three mortals.
Alright. This guy will die. And there's 2 on this guy.
And then trigger for Iron Guts. 3 mortals.
Alright, this guy will die. And there's still just 1 on that guy. Or there's 0. There's 3 plus 1.
That's everything.
Alright. Big Prio.
Big Prio.
He's still got it in his holster.
I got a 1.
I'm gonna pull that one out. I got a 4.
I will spin my reroll. Still yours.
What would have happened? Would you have gotten it?
If I got it, what would happen?
Yeah.
I think it's still your game either way.
Yeah.
I can't really contest any of these anymore.
And I
So you're just gonna make your way. Yeah, you're just gonna make your way through. You'll take this easily. I'll hang on to this 1 for a turn.
Well, it's the last
Maybe.
turn, so I won't get this one. That just won't happen. I'll 6 auto run here and capture that, but no battle tactics. And I'll score.
Do you want to see if Kragnos one-shots Roddy?
Yeah, he can't actually like get there for the sake of the game. Like you just auto 6 and stand on it, and then that's it. But
yeah.
So I move 4 back. What would he need to actually charge? A 10?
Easy.
On average, yes. Gets a 9. So we would spend a point to reroll it, and then get an 11. And then the 2d6 roll is...
Holy shit.
Oh. Is... Am I reading this right, chat? Is this 30?
6 times 30 mortal wounds.
30... Easy 30 damage. Dude ignores like 10 of it.
20 kills or 19. That'll do it.
Jesus Christ. Okay, good game. We shake in the middle.
Yeah,
good
excellent game. That was a lot of fun.
Damn, it seems like I'm gonna be honest, I thought Nurgle was going to do better, but I did notice your rolls basically the whole game in all of the really important points in the game, you know?
Yeah.
Could have been a lot better.
You were able to spread your damage out a lot more efficiently.
Yeah.
I have like 2 big blocks that I'm moving around.
And Craigna, I think maybe like you have 5-up wards and those are really good, but Ogres are just good at pushing damage through against technically low save units, quote unquote.
And the neg 1 to ward only came into play early, but that's really strong.
Yeah. We have like 2 anti-ward artifacts and enhancements and stuff, and I generally take them. They're very impactful, I found. Good game and cool. Nurgle seems more capable of dealing damage than it was before. And I like the new Rodicus a lot.
Rodicus is like auto taken every single list. He's so good. It's just the army struggles to do tactics. There's like no real good ones for Nurgle. For slow armies in general.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the battle tactics, I mean, it was a struggle bus for battle tactics on both sides, really.
Yeah.
Usually I take Burger Lust because it's funny, even though it's not that good.
You can do some tricky stuff with it.
Yeah, it depends on... I actually like that the enemy gets to choose where it goes, because then what you do for the battle tactic naturally arises from what's actually happening in the game, as opposed to do a backflip at this point and then do a pirouette in this point. But it does mean that any Idnet, Deepkin, Lumineth, Fox's army just puts it on 3 guys that functionally don't exist on the table, and you'll just never get them.
It's rough.
What do you think about the GHB so far? What do you think about Nurgle so far? What do you think about the game so far? Any huge mistakes or cool plays that almost happened?
It's a huge improvement over last season. I'll say that much. Like, the battle plans are wacky, but I feel like there's enough going on that it's interesting and fun. I still haven't played some of them. Like, I haven't played the teleporting one. That one seems a little out there.
The teleporting one is kind of nuts. I imagine tournament players will hate it. But yeah, hot swapping 2 units all over the place. It's a lot to think about, but I bet you could get some huge advantages for doing it correctly.
It'll be fun with some armies, just not Nurgle.
You know, my intent early on was to ignore the plague bearers for the whole game, because I saw like this guy next to him and then looked at what they were, and I'm just like, I'm gonna be hitting on 5s against these guys. It's just a waste of time to be attacking them all game. But
yeah, with Sloppity next to them, they're so much better.
yeah, and when Sloppity became Sloppity Unchained, I'm like, okay, now I can maybe go into these. And even just 4 Iron Guts, I mean, it took forever, but eventually they did chew through them. And they...
3 combats.
Yeah, 3 entire combats to chew through them. And they did end up killing 2. But it was a reinforced unit. The points are probably similar.
280
yeah,
for reinforced?
240. So pretty similar.
Yeah.
I do like the Blight Kings. I guess I didn't get to see the Blight Kings really pop off. Because they got pincer attacked by like half of an army.
Your whole army, yeah.
Yeah. Well, more than half of an army. Plus the God model.
Yeah. I mean, that's... I didn't really know what to do with them. I was hoping I could hold a little longer, but Ogres hit hard, man.
Ogres hit hard as long as your saves are... Unless your saves or rolls are bad.
Yeah.
I got super lucky with the Iron Blaster. This thing has done a total of 0 damage, basically, until this game, just about. I just always miss with my 3 and then say go. I just miss with all 3, say go, miss with all 3, say go. I got unreasonably lucky with the Iron Blaster this game.
25 damage throughout the game?
Yeah.
I think they're worth taking, because they're fast, and you're not always going to hit those shots, but when you do, that's going to swing games.
You just keep trying, and... yeah, shooting is worse this edition because of all the obscuring, but 9-inch move really does get around a lot of that. Like, usually artillery is chilling on 4s or something. But I just like giving Ogres something to do besides shuffle towards the enemies and have like no tricks. And I'm really liking the Iron Blaster. I'm really liking this guy on the Pizza Pit. Although depending on the deployment, sometimes it's like impossible to put it in any place. I feel like
they're huge.
Some of the deployment zones, like the super skinny one and stuff, I don't think they thought about putting terrain down. But
yeah, I wonder if they'll FAQ that.
They used to have one on a lot of tables. I don't know where you put the Bone Tithe Nexus. I don't think you can fit it.
I was about to say, like,
on most tables.
It's like as big as these pyramids, if not bigger.
It is bigger than these pyramids. They used to have a rule where you could remove a terrain feature to put your army terrain down if it couldn't fit otherwise. I don't know if that's still in this edition or not.
I mean, at GTs, they'll probably just play it that way.
Yeah. I just feel like it's a shame to buy and paint your cool terrain and then be physically unable to place it on the table, right? I mean, that's why they did the change for KO to put all your guys outside of the ships, because they're like, you painted up your cool guys, they might as well be on the table instead of in a Tupperware tin, like, for the whole game. As a tournament player, yes, we hate it, says MechRat. Well, there it is. Anyway, any final thoughts? Good game. This was fun. Better luck in the future.
Well played. Yeah, I'd be down to play another game in the future. I have Skaven. I still haven't messed with their new stuff yet. I've been focusing on Nurgle, but Skaven looks like they're in a better place, honestly.
Nice. Yeah, the goal is to play against every different army on all the battle plans. So we're chugging along with that one. I think Nurgle is cool, and the update helped. And Rodicus, it's interesting because you look at all the artifacts that Rodicus has, it's like a player chose them. And so I appreciate that. He went into the army and he's like, oh, Wither Stave, I'll take that one, +1 to cast. It's like choices that you would actually make. But I think they need...
Yeah, he's a workhorse.
I think they need more. Just a little bit more. The prayers are good. Rodicus is good. Turn the dial up a little bit.
Some points drops could honestly help a lot if we could get like one more unit.
Are you close to another unit?
Not really, but if enough things drop like across the board, I would be. We'll see. The latest stats have Nurgle like second from the bottom or something.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I like where the game's at right now.
I mean, it's kind of refreshing. It's because I just wasn't feeling it. I wasn't even trying to really play it. In beginning of fourth, like end of third something. Even. Mr. Woe, how are you liking the Glute Busters? Well, they're way better than the Beast Claw, that's for sure, this season. Because they get free run and charge around this guy always. Yeah, their saves suck. Whatever. They just do a lot of damage. They roll a bunch of dice and do a lot of damage. And that'll carry you to a 2 and 3 at least at an event, right? The Iron Blaster's a lot better now. If I didn't take Kragnos, I could have like something like 12, maybe even 18 more just dudes, just guys, not Iron Guts, but the Gutbusters. Or Gluttons, I mean. Just go full, like, meat dimension. And, like, maybe that's right.
Run in charge in the pocket already.
Yeah, and you don't have to roll for it. It's not a spell. I would take, like, another Butcher in that case and just have 2 nodes of speed. They naturally get +2 to run rolls, which means they're actually just, like, they're zooming when they're around the Butcher. Like, maybe you make a mixed list with a Frostlord or something, but I honestly don't even think so. You either just go...
like one pack of Gorgers would help a lot, too.
Yeah, I like the Gorgers as well. They have a nice little, like, ambush thing. You can be a crazy man and just try to make 9-inch charges right away. Or at least have your opponent think about it in deployment. And the Gorgers are good, too. I feel like the 2 ways I would probably go with it are either all Gutbusters and no Frostlord, or Gutbusters and Kragnos. I just think you skip over the Frost. He's simply not good enough as the one monster in your list for a mixed list. I think I would just upgrade to Kragnos instead and skip over him and go one or the other. Yeah, you do a lot of mortals that can't fail during your charge phase with Monster Mash, Beast Claw, but when it comes time to enter combat, your damage is mostly bad, and you die even faster than Gutbusters, it seems, typically. And with how spread out you need to be, you can't do many, like, super multi-charges for the most part. Or, I mean, if you were a tournament player, maybe you take, like, a billion Noblars and play super safe behind waves of chaff and stuff like that. But to me, that disgusts me, so I can't. Even though it's probably right.
Screens, what is that?
I mean, I would happily take screens if they were ogres, but unfortunately they're goblins. We got infected by goblins somehow from the Gloomswite Gitz army, and they can keep them, even though they're tactically strong.
If lead belchers drop enough, maybe you can use those as screens.
That's kind of where they are. Yeah, that's kind of where they are. They did just drop again. They are in the race to the bottom. They're taking the spiral staircase down.
Once again,
they've almost hit the point at which just having 4 bodies on the table is worth it. because they can't make their cannons any good. Otherwise, the army would be too good. Maybe, I'm not sure. As far as what I'll play in events, I'll play what I own. I'm waiting for the big refresh. I'm not going to buy in before a refresh, so fingers crossed on that
It's
one.
got to be coming.
And when it happens, I'll be happy to. We're going to get some hobby streams. I got to paint 2,000 points in new ogres some point in the future, or they get flushed into the old world, and then, you know, big sad, but we'll see. So far, so good. Anyway, thanks for the game. Thanks for having a good microphone and being a good sport. Chat, thanks for watching. Appreciate it. I may, like, maybe I'll play a game over the weekend. We shall see, but if so or if not, I'll see you Monday in any case, where I believe I'm playing against... who am I playing against? Maybe Slaves to Darkness, ? Or Fire Slayers, one of the two. We'll see. Anyway, Chorf Enthusiast, thanks for the game. Good fight.
Thank you.
Good night. I'm going to leave you guys with a commercial for a word from our sponsors, and then I'm going to head out and find somebody to raid if anyone wants to stick around. I'm going to look at the category. Anyway, TYVM.
Hey, Jimmy Lee. Beautiful morning, huh?
Yeah, morning ain't my time, Bert.
Oh, Daddy, give me a glass of energy for my pal here.
Energy? Well, that's just...
Cream. The Macho Man Randy Savage. What Nintendo? Oh, yeah.
Hey, Jimmy, give me a
Cream.
with nut.
Nothing. It certainly is a big bun. It's a very big bun.
Where's the cream? Cream.
I soaked in it. Madge, I soaked in it.
This is the cream. This is your brain on cream. Any questions?
Time to make the
Cream.
Dunkin' Donuts are always fresh. I made the
Cream, yeah.
Remember, only you can.
Cream. Nobody does it better.
It hurt.
Nobody does.